Yeah, we're live.
No.
All right. We got our trusty intern there. Look at this beautiful creme on top of this coffee.
Oh my
This
goodness.
espresso
Oh my
shot.
God.
Creme, you say?
Yes.
Creme, I say. Creme.
The entire time he was preparing that, he was like, yes, pinky out. Oh.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
so
A
good.
smooth blend. It is. Yeah.
So yeah, the reason I'm drinking coffee so late because it's like 7 o'clock, which
'Cause you
means
need to
I'll
live.
probably be up until 3 a.m. in the morning or something like that, right before I go to work. But I want to announce that finally we have partnered with Cold-Blooded Caffeine, and I am drinking
The MPR blend.
the MPR Carpets and Coffee blend
Yes.
right there. Papua New Guinea origin.
Ah,
Oh, quite delicious. It's a stronger coffee.
I can't wait. I'm going
Mm.
to enjoy the hell out of it.
Oh, look at that beautiful creme. How it's Nipper will be so proud of me. Pinky's out and everything.
Now, neighbor will be proud of somehow we partner with some sort of tea leaf company.
That's
and,
next.
Next we'll
So,
do that.
So
Lipton,
I get
here
this-
we come.
I get this out of the way now, and then we can get into the calendar thing, and then we're going to talk some carpet pythons. And we have Lucas with us.
He's down there. Yeah.
Greetings.
He is a fill-in judge. I tried getting in touch with the judge
Yeah.
from last year, but it didn't work out. So no worries.
So does this mean that Lucas gets to pick this special 12th month thingy?
Yes.
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so. I guess I'll give that to you. You know.
I mean, this is my end of the year bonus for being a great intern. right?
Yes. Yes. that's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
That's
And
correct.
dealing with numerous firings, rehirings, and
Of myself. Yes.
of yourself. Yes. And then, of course,
only I got fired.
expanding my collection again.
Mhm.
God damn it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give this out here right now. Cold-blooded caffeine. You go to the website coldbloodedcaffeine.com, and you can use the promo code MPR at checkout, and you get 10% off. Pretty cool.
Sweet. Go get
They
your
have all
MPR
kinds of
coffee.
different kinds of coffee and whatnot over there. But the cool thing is that they $1 for every bag sold is donated to wildlife conservation in coffee producing countries, which is pretty awesome.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
they've partnered with trusted nonprofit organizations aligned with our mission to ensure that they promote the conservation of floral and fauna native to where coffee is grown. So where their coffee that they get is grown. So
Sweet.
yeah. So I'll have in the show notes a link, or you can put in the code MPR at checkout. And like I said, you'll get 10% off. It's coldbloodedcaffeine.com.
These
They have
now-
some other rep. There's like Snake Discovery blend. There's
But
like
this is the
Da Vinci
official
Boa
drink
blend.
of carpets and coffee now. It's
It's big
official.
time.
Yeah.
We're big time.
This
Yeah.
is- this is-
We will
this
all
is
now
real.
brew our carpets and coffee, and then
Right.
have carpets and coffee.
Yes. And I'll finish this shot and then we'll get to it. So
Yeah, Daddy
I'm
needs
very
his
excited
medicine
about
first.
that.
Yeah. Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
So delicious.
And you can buy Lucas's outfit at participating retail stores. Comes with a Mac
This
and
is
Wookiee
a-
shirt.
Mac
Yeah.
and Wookiee with the new book.
The new
Oh
book.
yes, with the new book. Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the dapper Mac and Wookiee, and then His Holiness the Podfather. You can get that at participating retail stores,
Yes. This is
which
true.
none of them are.
It's
So
amazing what you can do with blue tape, isn't it?
I wouldn't have known that was taped if you hadn't said anything.
The possibilities are endless. This is official Star Wars merchandise as well, because it underneath you is a Yoda.
I'll accept that. Yeah,
Right?
I'm okay with that.
I look like Mark Hamill, but I'm the size of Yoda.
Yeah,
Um,
honestly,
Yeah.
now that you say that. Like,
I've heard that a couple times. If I
like
grew
Mark
up to
Hamill and
be-
Michael J.
the old-
Fox had a Hobbit child.
That we're not allowed to talk about that.
Oh dear. So I'm rocking my nephew. Oh, see, I had too many coffee. My good buddy Phil Wolf, the Nepforce Initiative shirt.
You call him the wolf. Yeah.
The Wolf of
Yep.
Wheeler. Yes, love that guy.
Of course,
Love that guy.
I'm running around with Keith McPeak's bowling eye.
Oh, I see
heard,
that.
yeah.
Guess what's also
Keith needs a
from Papua New Guinea?
nickname.
Oh my God! Look at that. Yeah.
Carpets and Coffee Blend.
Yes, it's from
Talk about
Papua
the
New Guinea.
roast on that, Eric. Let's go back to that for a
just
second.
Shameless plug this every 5 minutes. It's like this. That
So it's
snake.
on
You know
the
what it
dark
reminds me
side.
of?
It's on the dark side.
It's on the dark side. It
Yeah,
is
just like the
What is it?
podcast.
That's right.
Whoa,
Exactly.
now that means something, okay? And isn't it?
Yeah.
We've always run the middle between dark and light because I've forced Eric that way.
Yes,
Yeah,
this is true.
we held the all IJ hour if I wasn't here.
Perhaps.
I would not allow it.
Do we call them IJs now? I don't know.
Listen, no one cares. all
Years
right?
ago, we
We're
switched
all
to
the same.
Poplins. Are we now calling them Darwins? Are we just
Now
calling them
we're just
Varigata?
We're
I
gonna
don't
get
know.
into this.
We
No,
will
we're gonna
discuss
get
at the
into
end
this
of the
after
show.
the calendar. We have to do the calendar.
Yes.
Then we can argue. Yes.
So, no need for arguing, man. This is.
I'm sorry.
nothing but
A
love here.
lively, spirited debate.
Okay,
Friendly,
might
fair
end
of
in
course,
fisticuffs.
between friends that
Yeah.
are friends.
enough. Yes.
I'm gonna
Sure.
put a knife in the middle of the room, and then you'll decide. Whoever's alive by the end of it, we'll decide if what we call coastals. Yeah.
Sure. We could do that too.
Yeah.
So every year, for people that don't know, we do a calendar contest where we try to highlight the all the
Listeners.
awesome people,
Yeah.
in the MPR community, and all the awesome animals that they keep. I think with good flavor, lots of caffeine, light roast. How dare you,
you.
sir?
That's enough.
Honestly, that's strike 3.
Boot
No.
him outta here.
Dear,
Get off my show. That's enough.
Even though I agree and I
God
like
damn
light
it.
roast better, how could you?
Don't mention it.
Yeah.
Like you stick with the script. Jesus
We
Christ.
should have the Carpets and Coffee Blend Eric and Owen edition that's dark roast, and then the Lucas edition is light roast. And then compare sales.
Oh, Mr.
No,
Mr.
no, we can't-
Mr.
we can't
Jimison
do-
is joining us.
What's up,
Wow.
Riley?
Yeah. He's at the shop. So, the
Who's watching the
2023.
shop?
Nobody. Yeah. My work, I was getting texts before the show about from my work, the building's on fire. You know, everybody forgets what's going on when we're unveiling the calendar contest winners. Team Light Roast. Oh man,
Lisa,
maybe-
what the hell?
Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe
God
I
damn
looked-
it.
You did not consult
Why
me
you
on
didn't
the roast.
consult us?
I did
Oh,
not.
okay.
I don't think I need to consult people on the roast because I drink light roast, dark roast. I just thought that
You should have consulted me. I don't know what happened.
Ah, Jesus. Okay. All right. I blame it on me. Blame it on me. Blame it
I
on
don't know where that email went.
me. Anyway, out of all of the this could be just my opinion because of the people that I'm involved with, but the Morelia community seems to have a what's the word?
A certain
Like-
je ne sais quoi.
Stop. Why?
Yes.
That was
yes,
in my
this is
brain.
it.
Why did you have to say it out loud?
This is it. So like we have specific names for the animals and we highlight these specific animals that everybody just sees pictures of and recognizes. And I think that I don't know, I just think the Morelia community does a pretty good job at that. But I'm not saying that others don't but I don't see like people saying this is Madam Blueberry corn snake or like they're I don't know. Do they?
Yeah.
Do they do that?
I don't know. I don't think so. There may be. I would say the closest that comes to it is green tree python, where a certain animal weight.
Brendan. Yes.
Yes. So a certain animal
Ish.
by a certain. Will you
Yes.
focus? Like it's.
Steven. Yes.
All right, so we got
Alex.
4 sales.
Oh, and
Yeah.
green tree pythons are Morelia right now.
Yeah, what the heck?
They
Owen?
are, but I would say that
Jesus Christ.
they're
in the
also
calendar, we're just
they're
about
also
to judge.
adjacent. They're not carpet pythons though, so I would say that's the closest.
How dare you? Are you a taxonomist?
No, but I play one on TV.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Back on track.
Anyway, I would say that's the closest that you would come with it because I don't really hear too much of like even like other Python groups. It's not like this is a named golden eye that you really want to get involved with. It's just golden eyes or something like that.
Well, maybe some red bloods and stuff. I think they do. Like I think of Kara and stuff. I don't know if she names the.
Is it
You
the
know,
animal or is it the breeder? Because I know
I
there are
think it-
breeders that you want to get in with.
I think it
and-
would be the line, but
Yeah.
you know,
That's
so.
all over the place, but never is it a certain animal.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. I'm
I
gonna go
would
with
say
fat.
the
Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
the people that are very into the captive Eastern Indigo community definitely talk in terms of animal name because their whole thing is being as genetically diverse as possible for every pairing because problems happen. So
So
I don't
I've
know.
heard.
I'm not deep in it, but I think that that's a community that tracks a lot by name as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I say the Morelia community, I think of carpets, green trees, rough scales, scrubs, Bolins, Owen Pelly.
So shit that didn't even Morelia at this point.
It's not.
Yeah, none of
But
it.
it
No.
was.
Adelchondros.
Yeah, it was.
Liasis.
What did you
What?
What did you think? Well, yeah, I guess carpets.
I
Used to
mean,
be
how far
Lias
back we want to
at
go
one
here?
point, right? This is true.
Yeah.
Oh, dear, oh dear. This coffee has really
Yeah,
done a number.
Maybe
on me.
people shouldn't buy it.
There's the secret ingredient.
That's right. There you go.
Cocaine. It's
Right,
like
exactly. Naming a snake is like naming a cat.
So I have some
Well-
the same thing. I
So
have
that when you're
something to
going
scream at it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to say that we're trying to highlight all of the awesome animals in our community, right? So here we go. That's why we
Took us 20 minutes to get to that.
It is more fun to say that
Yes.
somebody descended from Madame Blueberry or Benjamin than Nick Mutton 21-BR you know.
yeah, exactly.
That's actually what I yell at them when,
Yeah, he's sending Morse code like do 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 do.
damn you,
all right.
number 1425. Yeah.
So we're gonna start with coastal, but I don't even know if it's coastals anymore. I don't know what
Northern
to
or
do.
southern?
We'll get into that.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
We'll get into that. It's
Put a
okay.
pin in that.
Yeah. This will
So
be the last time the calendar will look this way. So it's
see, Riley named him. He's on board. He's on board, Team Morelia.
I like his reasoning.
Yes,
But yeah,
exactly.
it is.
Yes, Riley. Yes, he's got it.
Riley,
He is
Riley,
on point.
like always, cuts directly to the point
He
that
doesn't
we're all
mess
walking around. That it's really good for when you're trying to sell shit. Oh crap! Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like V. I only named it V because of the head stamp.
I named it V.
You did not.
I said it.
How dare you?
I picked
Eldred.
that animal. I had it.
Eldred.
All right, coastal carpets.
Yep.
So just so everybody knows, this is how it goes. This is the one thing that Owen sort of takes charge of every year, and I get excited about it because I don't have to do anything.
He's doing this in case anything goes wrong. It's all on me.
That's right. Exactly. So he tabulates a groups of he doesn't pull no punches.
Basically,
if you're go ahead, Owen.
so basically everybody enters,
Mhm.
and usually first thing I do is compile all the pictures into the categories that they were supposed to go into. And then I also correct categories because people don't listen to what I say every year. So you have to do that. And then then there's round after round after round of going through those groups and picking out what's really good.
Right.
Obviously, there's some great looking animals that are inside a tub on newspaper, and that gets chucked. Or there's one where somebody has entered their same animal 5 times. So then I'm going to go through those 5 pictures and find one out of those 5 pictures, and then that's your entry. Because we said you can only enter one animal once. So that cuts it down a little bit. And then it's just basically tossing stuff up there and figuring out what's really good. And then I try to slim it down to 10 entries per category, but some entries don't get to some categories don't get 10 entries, or some categories get 45 entries, or so I cut it down as much as I can, and then I usually go through it and send it out to you, to the guest from last year, and then if we have to do tiebreakers, anybody else would do that, and so we kind of come to a consensus. And then if we don't have a consensus, the last couple of years we've just been arguing about it on the show until we come to a consensus.
Right.
So this one will be cool because we actually have people here and we can show the pictures. So if we haven't really figured one out, we might be able to have some of you guys who are watching or listening live to kind of jump in on it. Yeah.
So the
Live
should we tell them the two categories that are? Is it two categories?
Well, there are two categories that have not been decided because Lucas, Eric, and I chose completely different animals. All three of us. That would be inland. So that happened. And then the other one would be green tree python because I think you guys did have like 16 or 18 different green tree pythons to pick from because I couldn't compact it anymore. So,
the poor Darwin's got no love in the green trees. Yeah,
and they're all albinos.
The more complete calendar.
That's actually a great idea.
That'll be next year's.
Oh yes, that's awesome.
I like that.
Yeah, like one of those desk things where you just rip off.
The really crazy part is that we're getting to the point now where we could have produced a really good looking green tree python calendar, and we could have produced a wild animal calendar featuring Matt Somerville. Like it was just
oh, come on,
the Somerville collection.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Coastal
Carpet. So we're gonna run through the ones that were picked, and then
we'll
we'll
go back to the winner. Yeah.
So first up, black. See what I mean? Black flag.
Black flag. I love it.
Look at that name.
I love that. That's a cool tiger, and you know that he just kind of like put it outside and took a picture. But I love it. I love it.
Damn, that snake is cool,
and it's cool.
Ooh.
It's a good picture.
It is.
Yeah.
Perfectly coiled, perfectly striped.
Yeah. Oh, and he didn't just bring it outside. He got
I
coil.
But it wasn't like in a cage or on a PVC pipe in front of a wood fence. So
okay. So now we have
tiger.
Yeah, that is a beautiful tiger. Yes, beautiful tiger. That's Brendan Meyer. Okay.
And then Eric
Hernandez, he knew what he was doing.
And then Eric Hernandez comes in and just starts firing from the hip. And it's just like, well, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah,
that's a
tough one.
MBB red.
Dude, that snake is on fire, man.
And I literally copied and pasted what everybody put in their entry. So if anything's misspelled or incorrect, that's on you.
Blame
so
it's terrible speller.
MFB?
MAB? No.
MFB. Oh, how dare you, Owen?
That one hurt.
And then there's an adult
MFB.
phase.
Jesus.
So there we go. It's an older one. I think this is an original, right? So yes. Okay. And there's two of them of the same.
No, it was a different picture.
Jason Earl, red coastal.
Jason Earl, red coastal.
That's a good shot. It's a good shot.
So,
okay.
All right. Obviously the winner of the coastal round, if we didn't give it away, was Eric Hernandez with his juvenile MBB red. So Eric Hernandez pulled that one out. Because Jesus Christ.
Well, first of all, you got an amazing snake, right?
Right.
I mean that, and then he did a little extra and
dolled it up with a pretty flower.
I mean, he grew that flower.
It will be a. You think he drew it? Yeah. It will be
grew it.
Oh, grew it. Oh, that's right. He does do that.
Yeah. It's like agricultural.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's. I mean, come on. Think about that in October. Come on. You know.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to be looking at. So, congratulations to Eric. Yeah, but 3. Robert's going 3. Absolutely. Yeah. So, okay. Next, we move on to Jungles.
Okay. So, Jungle, you guys ended up disagreeing with me. We all picked the MBB red. That one happened across the board.
Yeah.
For this one, you guys went against me and won. So Yeah, the consensus was you guys against me.
Yes.
So jungles, you can go ahead. We have the Tully jungle first from Andy Fisher, which
Fisher.
that's
Is it-
cool.
Wait a
Little-
minute. Look
Beautiful
at that
snake.
head stamp.
I know, right?
Wow, that's awesome.
I think we're in a plastic tote.
We
Yep.
are.
Yeah.
We are. But jungle was a little slim this year as well. So I kind of
So you make exceptions.
I
when
do
it's
make
slim?
exceptions to
Jesus.
pad the numbers.
Where is
Yeah.
your backbone?
Where's your integrity, man?
Listen, you, Lucas, a judge who got 2 entries in inland, which I'm pretty sure was the same animal. So
Hey, I didn't vote for myself.
you did.
All right.
uh,
Caitlin.
Gelatin, yeah, Caitlin Jane King has a gelatin jungle. I like that picture. That was actually my choice.
Very near and dear to my heart, that right
Mhm.
there. Okay. Then we have Ellie,
With the zebra jungle.
zebra.
Little guy. Like, it was just, you don't realize just kind of how tiny he is until you're like, oh, it's a leaf near him. You're like, oh god. But
Yeah. Okay. And then we have Kristen Booker.
Nice use of reflection. I like
yep,
it.
yep. That's a great looking snake. That thing's gonna be that. Yeah, I love that yellow.
I was sort of like, yeah.
And then Matt Somerville comes and drops this on the two of you when it's over. So Matt Somerville has a wild jungle carpet. And I will say that it appears that Matt might have left Facebook for a little bit because a lot of his entries that he gave us were not letting me save the photo as a larger photo. I had to do it as a smaller one. So it got
so this one
pixelated
looks
and crummy.
shitty, yeah.
This one's a little.
The picture itself,
3 potatoes by 3 potatoes in resolution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you see it,
I promise you, Matt
it's
Somerville's
gorgeous.
picture
It's
is
gorgeous.
not like that.
So Matt Somerville took the jungle category because first off, that's a very, very pretty animal. Plus, it's a wild carpet, which is just something that's going to get Eric every time. So
Yeah, but I don't decide.
no, you don't. Well,
look,
I mean, you kind of do.
Kristen got a lock from that jungle last night.
Hey, way to
There
go.
we go.
All right.
Awesome. Very cool.
Tis the season.
Breeding.
Yeah, good luck.
That's
I
what lock
forgot about
means,
Mr.
Owen.
Katz. He's got a zebra jungle there.
Yep.
What's with this right here? Okay.
No.
Okay. So
Matt Somerville.
okay.
Yep. Now we're on to Papuan or IJ.
Darwin's, IJ's,
IJ. There
whatever.
we go. We're not. No, not for this calendar. Just Papuan. Next calendar is going to be hell on earth. But yeah.
All right. So we got Dan
Dan
Fox, right? That's a cool shot. Okay.
Classic thing. Also, some pictures had to be shrunk down to fit. So yeah.
Is that what was going on? Why they're
They were just like they would fit in weird ways. A lot of times when we get the pictures from the winners later, they're like higher quality and we can kind of mess with them a little bit more.
Yeah.
A lot of the entries are just kind of, if they took it a certain way, it's hard to really muck with it where it's at or what I get off of the internet. So
Right. Okay. So we got Dan Fox here.
Yep.
We got Lucas Inger. That's a cool shot.
That's
I
a
like
cool
that a
looking-
lot.
Yeah.
Is it a jungle? Is it a coastal? Is it a Darwin? I don't know.
No one knows. That's the whole point of the book.
I like it. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's a cool shot. And we got
Granite.
Riso here. Granite.
That's a nice granite.
They've come a long way, man. Yeah.
But I don't think there still has not been a lot done with them. Enough done with them, I'll say.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. To me, come on, man. That Solar Savages here. I mean, to me, this is everything about
showing the pretty
Poplin.
IJ colors. Yeah.
You got the saddle color going on, the big chunky head, the Lisa was talking about this. I think it was on Snakes and Stogies, but I'm with her. I like the reason I like the Poplins a lot is because they have that same thing that Bolins have going on, to where they have these like black marks on the pits, right? So I'm not on, you know what I mean, on the labial scales, right?
Mhm.
So it
Right,
almost looks
yeah.
like skeleton face. Oh man, when she said that, I was like, yes, I'm not the only one that thinks that. But all right, then
Yeah,
we
that thing's
have
crazy.
number
We have
two,
Number 2.
which again, same thing. This one, a little more of that face labial scales right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we got Steve Katz, Mr. IJ Man himself there. It's pretty cool. It's probably one of his wild caught ones. And you can really see it on that picture. And then we got
Another
Tony.
granite. Yep.
Yeah, with a granite. Look at him up in the game, taking it outside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All these people took their stuff outside.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I can see dew on the grass.
And Tony got another one.
Oh, we got two.
Yeah,
Oh,
a live shot of like this is what I would imagine like if you found it outside. This is what it would look like
It's
between
pretty
a
good,
rock,
yeah.
pissed
Pretty
off.
good
Like yeah,
in situ
Yeah.
replication.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
He's got three.
I don't think he was supposed to get 3. Whoops. That's same animal in a tree.
Lucas, mark this down. Mistake
can-
one.
you think I'm not already?
Yeah, he already has a list.
Is that it? Yes.
That's it.
Okay. So we got
So
2, 3.
they're
Now,
two different animals.
I will just say too, I mean, aside from the granites, which of course are beautiful
So-
because they're granites, we should also just like acknowledge the incredible variation in phenotype in this finalist group. IJs are crazy for that.
They are.
Yes.
And to be honest, there were not that many IJs that I removed. I think I only took out like maybe one photo. So these were the IJ entries. So we have here that Solo Savages won because the 2 you voted, but which one was it? Was it this one or the next one?
Take the side vote.
Take the side vote. So it
Well,
would be
I think,
Look at the.
I think Eric's pulling an audible in the chat.
Yeah. That is what is happening right now.
What do you think?
Well, so we had solos. So we have this one, and then we have the next one.
All right.
I think you guys technically picked the next one, but the
No,
You wanna
chat.
leave this up to- you want to leave this up to the audience?
The chat
Oh,
seems
and
to
what do you
like
mean
this
you
one.
think?
Oh, you're right. I know.
dear.
You're
Yeah.
correct. I know.
All right.
So-
Ready? Here we go. Everybody put 1
Or 2. Yeah.
or 2.
I'll take a tally.
That
Not
one.
that one, just 1 or 2.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Ah,
for-
another person. Come on, 1 or 2.
First, that's 1. There
One.
you go. Thank
All right.
you.
2. Okay. What's it look like?
1, 1, 1. Jeez. Lots of ones. Lots of ones.
I originally picked this one, but I don't know, man. There was something about this
Dude, I
picture
think
when
I-
I went through, I was like,
One wins. Number one.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
That
So
was
Solo
Solo
wins.
Savages.
Yep. Solo wins that one and gets 1.
3.
Riley, 3
Which one
does
did
not
Riley
count.
Yeah. This one?
I don't know why
Riley, are
Riley
you
went there.
trying to
It's
be
like-
a
it's
jokester?
Why, dude? Why? So
The ones have it. Okay.
All right.
The ones have it.
So
All
there you
right.
go. Solo gets that one.
All right. Let's move on to the Darwin. Darwin's got no love.
Got
I'm
no
very disappointed.
love whatsoever. None. These were all the Darwin entries. I didn't remove any. God damn it, Riley.
Riley's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We have Jeff here, Jeff Hosey with Hosey Haschel with the albino Darwin. Classic
Posing as a
chondro type
chondro.
pose.
Yeah.
Pretending to be a chondro. Yeah.
Look at those big muscles in the back of their head. Fucking love that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yes.
Oh.
Then we have Lance here, Lance Kickman. He has an albino. So there's that outside
Mhm.
shot. Right.
Lance
and
Kickman,
then,
not Kirkman.
yes. And then we have
And-
San Pendleton.
With a nice Darwin out in the grass.
Right.
So, with this one, you two, again, we split. I went with Sam's. You two went with Jeff's. So, Jeff's wins this one. So, Darwin is for Jeff.
Isn't
I
it
love
crazy?
the pose.
Yeah, man. That's a great shot. It's just a
Mhm.
great shot,
Yeah.
So okay. All right. Darwin's. Next year we better get some better Darwins.
Next year, I want to get some like not albino Darwin love. I
Yeah,
mean,
right,
there's some good, but of course
I
now
will
next
admit-
year the problem is that next year it's going to be just called Variegata, so you're going to have the IJs fighting with the Darwins, fighting with
Ooh,
the
that's gonna be tough.
granite
Oh.
albinos, fighting with God knows what else in there.
Maybe we shouldn't have any morphs only in the morph category.
Oh God, why would you do that to me?
I don't
Like
know.
that category is going to be 20. Like
I must admit, I told Owen when he sent me these the other day, and I was looking through them. I said, I can't believe there's no normal Darwins in here.
not a
And
single
I
one.
said, I think we should pull an audible and put the one we found
Just
in
put ours that
Botanical
we found in
Gardens
Australia.
3,
The winner
uh,
is no
Rob
one,
Stone.
us.
Rob Stone in his pick there. So, all right. Bredley.
Red lie.
Mr. Centralian Exotics here to
I
represent.
should have won
Okay.
last year.
Yep. And yet here we are.
Long live Blondie. That's right, Dave. That's right. Remember Blondie back in the day where we would only dream of having an albino carpet, and now it's like,
Like swing it behind you. It's, I don't really want this anymore.
All right. We got Lucas. Not that
Not
Lucas.
this
Not
one.
this
No,
one.
Not this one.
The one
Okay.
with the good pictures.
Yeah, North Arm is bad. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. We got Scott right here. That's a pretty cool pick.
I like it. I like it.
That's,
Sit up in
that's
a tree.
pretty cool
Yeah.
pick. Yep.
Is that
Yep.
an
I love.
F4s or a 50% hypo?
Who the
I
hell
can't
knows?
tell, but I love the black on the tail.
Or an
Yeah.
Australian one?
Yeah, or just a really nice Australian one. Yeah. See, the problem is that we're doing this, and Eric got me a calendar last year of like all wild animals in Australia.
Yeah.
And this month, November, is a breadlie that
Yes.
the colors
It's
on that
amazing.
animal I have never seen.
Nah.
It is
Yeah.
insane. So I'm trying
Wild
to
ones
pick.
are just different.
I'm looking at my
Hold on.
breadlie. I'm like, you guys suck compared to this thing. What's wrong with you all?
I think
like-
that Scott's picture here, just
I like it.
that
Again,
is why I love Brettles. But
it's
it
one of
sucks
those-
because most of our Brettles don't look like that.
exactly. And it's also one of those like, again, this is what I would imagine you'd find it look like hanging out in a tree.
Right.
So, yep, Eric went and got the calendar.
So I'm going to show everybody.
Ooh.
So Ross McGibbon. First.
Oh,
of all,
that's what it is. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's
look at
incredible.
that shot.
I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Dear God.
So
His blackhead picture in the moonlight too. You
I'm
guys have
pretty
that one
sure-
in there?
look at the
No.
imbricata.
Yeah. Matt Somerville should be taking notes and just produce a calendar every year at this point.
But that's the Brettles that Owen's talking about.
Yeah.
I know that picture. It's
Yeah.
otherworldly. It's so pretty.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one. So anyway, didn't mean to hijack
Our calendar. Yeah.
Scott
that's
right
whatever.
here.
Yep.
It's a compliment because we're saying his have colors that are
Yes.
equivalent.
Mhm.
Another Solo Savages here.
Yep.
Nice enclosure he's got set up there. A little Alice Spring Uluru Rock right there. There we go.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yep.
Owen really likes Solo here. Is it Han Solo that you're like kind
Solo,
of
Solo entered almost every category.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
Solo
ain't
was
messing
on
around.
point. Yeah.
Okay. Then we got Wayne Hollingsworth here, right on
Nice.
eggs.
Right
I
on
mean,
eggs.
Come
yeah.
on.
You can kind of see him peeking. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And he got a het.
Another one,
stonewash.
Het stonewashed.
Great color.
So it looks like so. Lucas went with Scott's.
I did.
Which
and
one?
Then the Scots.
So
got right.
Lucas went here.
Yep, Lucas went there.
You guys
And-
didn't?
We did not. Eric and I both went for Wayne's breadlie on the eggs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. That's a great picture.
yeah, because of Eric's love of maternal incubation
I will say,
and my love
again-
of giant python heads. So
why didn't
yeah.
that work when I submitted my Brettles on eggs with the baby's head poking out? Huh? Huh?
I picture Lucas. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. No, it's an Owen thing.
I think yours too,
You-
Lucas.
You've been behind the scenes now.
listen.
You know how it works.
Can you guys just ban me from being in the calendar so I can stop having hope?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
But again, this will show you again those labial pits with
Mhm.
that black marks. To me, as
Yeah.
soon as I see that, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm in.
Yep.
So, all right, diamonds.
Diamonds.
Ooh, this
Diamond
an
was
easy one
hard
for
this
me.
year.
This was easy for me. As soon as I saw the pick, I was like, that's the
There.
one.
All right. So
So wait, Owen, before we go, who agreed with who? We won't say what picture it is. We'll just say,
you and I agreed.
okay, Lucas was different.
Lucas was different.
Really?
Yes, Lucas again has failed us. Like, in this test of will he pick with us, so far, one. So
Okay, we got Ben frame here.
yep,
That's a cool
I
shot.
like it. I like
Very
it.
cool shot. He's been up in his game with his
Dude, well, but
pictures
it's
of
like
his
every
snakes, man.
we gotta remember, like, didn't Ben got Ben won a category last year, I think.
Yes, I'm
but
pretty sure.
He brings game every year with
Yep,
this kind of stuff.
It's an awesome shot.
Mhm.
We got
No.
Joanne Payne.
I mean, I don't know
You
which
guys
one
gave
I picked.
yourselves away.
Yeah. Yeah. Move on.
Move on.
Owen liked the picture so much he put it
Put
in
it
again.
in twice. Listen, shut up. I make the rules here. I am God. So you just,
Which is the close up of
Yep.
the same picture. Okay, fair enough.
listen, it was either going to be the close up one or not.
Wow, look at that snake.
Yeah.
That's
this
not
is-
It's the old mutton bucket trick. I like it.
Yep. This is the
picture I would have picked of the ones that I entered. Owen.
well, the problem is that what you do here with this, Lucas, is you sit here and then I'm like, I don't need diamonds. I don't need diamonds. I want diamonds. Lucas has diamonds. I know Lucas has diamonds. Like that's
It's all true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Except Eric's are older.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but by the time
She's
you'll
ready.
be on your
She's ready.
Lucas is going to be on his fifth
And she's
generation
ready.
of diamonds by the time Eric finally gets caught.
dang.
Quiet, you. Guess what? No diamonds
No
for
diamonds for you. I'm
you.
Martin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert, you're being a hater today. I'll just say that.
He's feisty today.
I know.
Damn.
Robert, we love you. We love you.
Why? Why? So,
Martin has
I
some
do like that
amazing
one.
diamonds. Yeah. Martin Morelia
Indeed.
for people. Martin Rose.
You can't really you get a little hint there that it's a reduced pattern just because
a little
of that.
bit.
Yeah.
But that yellow, man.
I love it.
Woo!
Oh my god. Also, Martin's diamonds are fantastic.
Oh, we forgive you. You're at work. We're not. Okay.
Yeah,
Robert,
okay.
you're allowed.
All right, all
You're
right.
allowed to be feisty. Okay. Jason wants that. Jason, I will give you Owen's diamonds when I
What?
produce
All
them.
right, that's it. Yeah. Jason is dead to me now. It's a shame that had to happen on air, but
Martin bringing the heat. Number
Mhm.
2. That's
Nice.
a nice one. Outside shot. I like it.
I like.
Riso here with look at how black that is.
yeah,
It's a very
that's a young one,
I
right?
love the
mellow
eye.
Yeah,
That's got to be an
I don't
Australian
need
one.
diamonds. I don't need diamonds. This was
Sean.
Lucas's picks.
that
It
was
Sean.
my pick.
Yeah,
I like the snake better in this one. I will say the background is better on the one you guys picked to win.
they both look like screensavers. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
So
So
I personally just thought this was a prettier diamond.
I would pick
Ignoring the
both.
context.
Yeah,
yeah, and I think that one was in the contest.
I think that
last
was.
year
I think
or
it was
the year
the year
before.
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay. See, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have known that.
So
Yeah,
I think
and
you are
I think
correct.
something happened where I couldn't get the resolution. I forget what happened.
I
but
think you are
yeah.
correct. Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a special calendar for Sean and send it with his pick as the diamond one. Like I made a special one for Owen with a ball python. In
And
it.
yet that one never got
Rabbit
to Owen.
ears.
It never showed
know.
up. Yeah.
We
Eric
made
was-
this. I think Casey Cannon did this, where
Right.
he made a special. Because he used to work at the company that used to produce them, and he's like, "Do you think Owen will get mad if I make a ball python?" And I think it was like a one of the white ones. I don't know, one of the super lesser or something like that. Anyway, it had rabbit ears and everything, and I was like, "Oh, this is great."
He's like,
It
the
was
answer to that
supposed to
question
go
is
to Owen.
yes, he will, and
However-
yes, we're going to do it. Yeah,
It went to somebody
someone
else by
else.
mistake.
Eric's like, anything interesting about this month? No, why? What? Like,
So whoever got that was for Owen.
and
You
they
got a
never
special
said
Great.
anything.
Be great if
Nobody-
you-
yeah.
accidentally sent it to like the biggest ball python breeder in Pennsylvania, and they're just like, yes,
Finally,
How do you know?
they knew I wanted one with rabbit
I
ears.
love this.
It's the best podcast ever.
All right. Not according to no, never mind.
No,
Solar
no.
Savages, diamond again.
Very
Yep.
vibrant yellows on that
yeah.
snake.
I like
That's
that.
a nice one. Very cool. Okay.
That's it. That's for diamonds. So
All right.
So
I explained my vote.
you did
Lucas
did.
picked this one. Me and Owen picked this
pick
one.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The river gorge in the background is pretty nuts. I get it.
Yeah.
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 And Joanne's a really nice lady. So
And we did lose a little bit of color with that one when it came into the
look, Lisa said that.
that
Even though you said that.
Yeah, she agreed with me.
To It just showed up in our chat when we
No,
we got
Lisa,
that
it
done.
Fake news, Eric.
Listen, we can
Yeah.
take that and then use it for our thing. It's fine. Yeah.
But this is true.
I
There
will
is no
say too,
Ish is right. Go
There is
ahead.
no ugly diamond. Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
I kind of have a thing for ferns. Is that weird?
No. You know what?
Yes, it is.
No. It's not. It's not. I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Because in the chat the other day, so the Australian Wildlife Conservancy has this habitat that they're preserving mostly for mammals and stuff.
Yeah.
But I posted it over in the MPR chat. And if you check out that environment, I said to Scott, I said, man, this Scott Eiper, I said, man, this looks just like diamond python territory. And like, it's this 4K video of like all this diamond python territory. And I must say, even when we were in that botanical gardens where the Crumbit Tops was at, it's all like that kind of fern type of habitat that those carpets are in. So
Mm.
I
that's
love
why
a
you like
fern.
yeah, me too. I think they're awesome.
They're ancient.
Yeah. So, all right.
All right. This is the first
Inlands.
one. This is the first one that we had no consensus on. So
Yeah. So this is one that the audience is going to decide.
I guess, yeah, we
Yeah.
can bring up our three choices and then we can have
All
them
right,
choose
everybody.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Don't let me down, chat.
All right.
All right.
So
Here we go.
this
Inland.
first one, this is from Darren, and this would be Eric's choice for inland.
I picked this one because of the red, and I like the pattern. And I like the fact that I don't know if this is a wild one, even if it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was a cool shot.
It is.
Okay.
Not fair. Australia.
Although Josh
Josh.
is an inland fanatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
So-
lot of really good. Like he had a couple of shots in here from his inlands. Some really
And
cool
his-
ones.
His are actually locality inlands.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, like,
he-
that was a
he
really
works
cool
with
headshot.
locality inlands.
I like
Where's he
the
at?
I like the first picture better though, because it's like you could see the face and more of the body of the snake.
I
So
Yeah.
so that's a cool shot too. You can see the head stamp, which is kind of cool.
I
I've never
like
seen like a
his-
figure eight.
I did like his third picture. That was sort of where I was torn between that
Yeah,
one.
that one.
Mhm.
So these are locality inlands. I can't remember what locality you were. I think he works with a couple different localities. I want to say I think he's in maybe New South Wales, maybe.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So Josh has the 3 picks in there.
Yep.
Wow.
Look at that, Lucas. Look at that red, man.
Look at all that red in the USA.
So this was not Lucas's pick yet,
Right. No, he did not pick it.
even though he's pushing it pretty hard. This
Wow.
is Lucas's pick. Yeah.
Is that the one you picked?
This is the one he picked according to my
Okay.
sheet.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
uh-oh. We need to ban somebody in the chat.
Oh, Jesus. This person again.
Here
Again?
we go. Well, no, you highlighted it.
No, why?
Uh,
Why would
Yeah.
you do that?
Oh no,
I don't know.
Is it stuck there for the rest
No,
of the
like fixed it.
No, there it goes. What an idiot!
Well, God damn it! This was my pick from Rizzo.
Okay, that's a nice shot too.
Yep. Yeah.
I can't
It's a really nice picture, but not a lot of red.
I like it with the kind of.
Owen likes the stripe on the side, right?
I do, and
Yeah,
and I
I knew
like
it.
the head pattern and the fact that it looks like it's going to light somebody up. So yeah. So
Saved it.
All right. So we got, let's go back. Okay. Let's go through it real quick.
all right.
Now, I
So
would
we
like to
got-
point out to the audience that even if I didn't vote for myself, it would still be a tie. So no one can be mad at me.
That's right.
That is true.
And I
So-
will say for the record that we sort of dragged Lucas into this last minute. So
Yes.
Yes,
We're
this
letting
morning.
it happen.
This morning,
Right.
yes.
Yes. So number one,
number
is
one,
Darren.
Darren.
Number two is going to be Lucas. Or do we want to give him a chance at all the inlands and really make our lives hell?
So
I
which
don't know how we would count that.
Yeah. So number two is going to be Lucas's.
which one? This one or this one?
That one.
Okay.
That's
So
the one he
this is
picked.
number two.
Yep. And then number three is going to be mine. So right now, 1, 2, or 3 out of those inlands. Let us know which one you want, and we'll try to figure out kind of based on
Okay.
that.
So this is 3.
Yes.
This is 2.
2. And then Darren's is 1.
And that's 1.
Okay. So 1, 2,
So
3.
we got 2 for Darren's so far.
Don't say numbers.
We got
Okay.
3. Oh, wait. Oh, what the hell happened?
Popped up there. Hang on. 2.
Tabulating.
Kind of. I'm trying to. Yeah. 2. Seeing
Should
a
we give it
lot
a
of
timer?
2s. Seeing a lot of 2s and a lot of 3s. It's going to come down to that. Hold on.
No.
I'll tabulate.
Ooh.
Oh, looks like you might be winning, my friend.
I've never been in a calendar.
Well, well, well. I think it's when are you gonna cut it? Owen?
You can cut it. You can cut it.
The
Got it.
votes are
I think we're
rolling
good
in.
at that point.
All right, so this Lucas kid is gonna get that is a cool
I-
shot, man. So it's
Thank
this one
you.
right here. Very good.
Riley!
Yeah.
Get out of
Yeah.
here, Riley. No, I'm just kidding.
What did Riley say? We're going to go with what Riley said.
You voted for 1 twice.
We voted for 1 twice. That counts as 11. Lucas loses.
Yeah, he doubled down on his vote. He said 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Yep. Lucas won it by what looks like up. Yeah. You won by 2. Now you've only won by 1. There you go.
Fair enough.
Lucas
All
gets
right,
inland.
so
Thank you, chat. You'll all be rewarded.
He doesn't know how.
we got Bolins, Owen Pellies, and Scrubs
Sweet
all together in
Red
one group,
Mixed into one.
mixed into one.
Mhm.
Even though Owen Pellies are not a part of the Bolins Scrubs, you really should
Doesn't
put
matter.
Owen Pellies with the Roughies, but you know, whatever.
Nick Do
And have a chance
Right.
and chance that an Owen Pelly might beat a rough scale and I wouldn't have one in the calendar. Good day, sir. Like, no.
All right, so we
Okay.
got Aspen here.
I
look at
love-
that
Well,
shot.
I mean, that is cool.
That's a
like-
nice shot.
A really good job of capturing iridescence without needing to like sunblast and oversaturate the crap out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that eye, man, that just
That
looks
is
like,
killer. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Next up
Oh,
is Keith
good
McPeak.
buddy Keith. Yes, there he is. The big
Aw.
Bolins.
Just
They were trying to do the Chondro pros, but it just
It's
doesn't
just so
look right.
huge. Like, just can't do it.
Oh,
Again, iridescence on
Yeah.
Keith's.
So Matt Somerville with Owen Pelly Python head.
And I'm assuming same situation.
same
Yes,
situation.
you're
just,
exactly correct.
Yes, yes. I promise you, this picture is on point. Okay, so we got Matt Somerville there, OP.
We got another Matt
Somerville,
Somerville Owen Pelly
OP2.
Python. Yep.
Is this a wild one, guys?
That
Or
is
is
a
this-
wild
Yes.
one.
Okay,
Yes.
because I was gonna say ballsy man, if not, because
Phew, it's gone
one
into the
quick
escarpment
move,
and
yeah,
now it's gone.
into the
Or
crack.
You just
Yeah.
happen to be leaving with your Owen Pelly Python, and the ranger's like, "Where'd you get that?" And now you have a lot of questions. Yeah,
That's
Well-
pretty cool.
I brought it from home, sir. I'm sure they'll believe you. Yeah.
I swear.
We got Riso here with a Tannenbar.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's a cool shot. That's a cool shot. Okay. Rob Christian here with
Rob
some
with his
hatchling scrubs.
scrubbies.
Brett,
Rob, you dirty dog.
The-
I know you didn't incubate on those leaves.
I don't think that. I think only. Yeah, right.
Well, and also like
Oh,
his bar neck was Morelia of the year at one point. I think these are
Yes.
her kids.
Yeah,
So
that's Janet's babies.
yeah, these are calendar babies. Yeah.
mm.
I just hijacked his whole
I'm
plug.
so happy
Animals
for
with
Rob.
names. I think Janet is the most well-known name scrub on the internet.
Again,
mean-
see what I'm saying about people naming their. Oh man, I'm telling you. See, Rob.
Yeah.
She's
See,
also
Rob?
really nice. I was up at Nerd and he's like, "Here's my bar neck." I'm like, "Yes." It's like so.
I'm so happy though for
Yeah,
Rob
he-
because I
yeah.
know this is a passion project for him, and
So
you know
badass.
to do it. And God, man, remember years ago when it was like impossible to even think about breeding scrubs,
necks,
and there was like 3 people on the planet that bred
What-
them. you
What I
know?
love is
I know
that-
that's a little exaggeration.
What I love is I imagine all
No,
the
for
emails
sure.
that Rob got when he told people that Janet was like on eggs, where they're like, "How many? I'll take 2 babies." And he's like, "Go to hell."
Do you have a list?
You're right, I do. Oh, but it's just my name on it. Like,
Yes. Look, number 1, Rob.
Rob.
Number 2, Rob Christian. Number 3, Rob keeping it real.
You think you're getting any of these?
yes.
No. Like,
Rob
So-
gets a snake. Rob
And he
gets
says-
another snake.
all right.
I
So
think it's hard to beat a chill scrub. That's just
it really is.
it's a unicorn. It's the
It
coolest.
reminds me of Tweed. Remember that scrub I
Mhm.
had, Owen? Tweed,
Yes.
when everybody had these wild scrubs that just wanted to kill everybody. I had
The
this
Tweed's
super
very chill.
mellow. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Were we in agreement on voting?
we were not. So
okay.
we weren't?
Lucas chose Rob's.
Yeah, I picked this picture.
He chose Rob's. Yep.
I mean, come on, like perfect capture of the moment, great staging, and an incredible clutch.
Yep. Eric and I got swept up by Owen Pelly Pythons.
You.
It just means so much to me.
I mean, it's just it's there.
We know. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Rob. What can I say?
I'm
So-
sorry. Now I feel bad.
So
I might have misjudged. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
just kidding.
So
But
Matt Somerville with his Owen Pelly Python takes that one, and I think it's most of the time. Also, Eric was just because he has to send out all these calendars. Now he only has to send one to Matt Somerville for like 2 categories so far. So it's,
yeah. Thanks, Owen.
you're welcome. So now we're on to rough scale Python.
Couldn't put them together with the rough scales because God forbid a rough scale's not on the calendar, because if that was the case.
And you're goddamn right, I couldn't. So
Okay.
you know what? Next time you can
Wait
do
a
the
minute.
calendar.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Okay.
What?
Oh, Rob said, I told my girlfriend it'd be okay if the Owen Pelly beat me.
He's like, listen, a lot of things I'm not gonna be cool with. The Owen Pelly does, I'll be cool with it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. We got Brett.
Brett with a very lovely
Benny Bender.
Ruffy.
We got Matt
Matt
Somerville. again.
Somerville with a wild rough scale.
I mean, the color, man. Like,
Hmm.
why is it different?
Explain it to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I mean, we got
Rizzo.
Rizzo. Yep.
Yep.
With
Okay. Solo again.
Going on the
That's a
ledge.
pretty good shot.
Yep. I like it.
Pretty good shot. I love the blue eye. Gray eye,
Yep.
blue eye,
Blue,
gray.
gray eye. Yep.
That's a
Color
cool
on that one looks really cool too. And that's it. Those are all the Ruffy intros we had.
All right. So which one did you pick, Lucas?
Well, this one was unanimous.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
It's not fair.
It's Matt
Wait a
Somerville came
minute.
out of here nowhere
How did this happen?
with a wild rough scale python. Each one of us picked this.
I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody could pick something different.
yeah,
Let's all
it's
be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, Matt. you
Not only
sneaky
is it a
dog.
wild
Yeah.
example, but just even if it was in captivity, it's the prettiest
weird
one I've ever
looking.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. That's a
Yeah.
nice shot. So that'll give
Yeah.
you an idea of like this. Where did you find this one, Owen? Somehow this one's not.
He
super
had it on
pixelated.
another group thing or something else where I was able to grab it from there.
It's because
So-
as soon as you saw this, it's phone
Also, it's saved
home
on my
screen.
computer. Like,
It's,
Maybe I think that might be a
it's his
good idea.
desktop.
What,
Should we
give-
give him
Rob the cover?
Rob the cover?
I'll give Rob the cover. Hell yeah.
Are we doing that?
Yeah, give Rob the cover. Janet's babies get to go on the cover because they're calendar babies.
Because they're Morelia of the Year.
Yeah.
She was Morelia of the Year.
Yeah,
right?
Morelia
Even
of
though
the
she's
Year
not married?
babies. I'll do it. I'm
There
done with
you
His
go.
that.
legacy.
All right, Rob, you win the cover.
There you go.
Congratulations.
There you go. All right, I feel better now. I
There
feel
you
better
go.
now. I do. 'Cause that shot was cool, man.
Rob, you know who voted for you in Major Case? No.
You remember me later. Can I have
Yeah.
a Janet baby?
No. Okay, here comes the category that always
Sweet baby Jesus. All right, so it's the Green Tree Pythons, and there are 19 entries.
No, we're gonna put the babies on the cover, Rob.
Yeah.
The cover of so
This year's calendar.
So we like that picture so much.
Yeah.
Right. That we're gonna put it on the cover because usually we put the MPR logo on the cover, but this year
Who
we're gonna
forgot
make
who-
the exception because one of the Morelia of the Year's babies have now come
We're
into the
entered. Yeah.
contest, and to me that means we're really old and been
Yeah.
doing this a long time.
Still can't. Somehow that keeps happening.
I know, I'm so old.
Yes. Yeah, so there we go. All right. All is well with the world again.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Now we get
GTP.
to look at magic ball pythons on a stick.
Yes.
I'll
there we go.
I'll deny ever saying that to multiple people multiple times on air, but yes.
Okay.
Everybody
It's a cool shot.
prepare yourselves because a lot of this is y'all strangle you because it was. I'm like, I need
Excuse
some
me?
more. I need some more information. It's a blue line green tree python. Never mind. Fuck it. It's a green. Yeah, there you go. So
Owen puts GTP.
that it eventually got to that point because some people didn't put anything. Some people went like it's a sarong. Some people went to calico. What kind of thing it was? Other people just kept throwing up different animals. And when I said like, well, can you differentiate? They're like, all of them are blue line. I'm like, you're right. So it's seen they're all the same. Like, yeah. So
All right. And we got Brett here. It's a
Yep,
I
sarong.
love
Wrong.
that snake. Yeah.
It's a pretty snake. Yep.
Yep. Got
We got Casey here. Casey Keast. That's must be that's it's probably a Biak, right? That's
yep.
kinda what it looks like.
Rubiak
Okay. Eddie
with a
Paul,
calico.
Calico, brown sugar. There it is. Yeah.
I like it. See
Mhm.
again, differentiate. Like
Okay. We got Elizabeth here. That's a cool shot.
yeah, I like that one.
That head is like really in focus.
Mhm.
I see a fern.
Ah, there you go. All right. She's got two in there. Owen really liked what she was bringing to the table.
Yeah,
Elizabeth
yeah.
here. Okay.
Is that Naru?
I believe
yeah.
I don't think anything said anything. I'm
Or
not sure.
Merauke, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that white.
Oh. Oh shit. What am I doing?
You got too
This
far.
white right here.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Blue line
Amazing.
sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
Look at its
Mouth. Yeah, the
Fade.
black all around it. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
it is.
Francis Gayton, blue line, another blue line. Wow, look at that color change.
Yeah. Like a box of fruity pebbles exploded on it.
Yep. James Schmitty Batana. I'm guessing that's A Virtus of some sort.
The weirdest of some kind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Got Jason Earl with a Biak.
Very
Yeah.
yellow. Very pretty.
Oh yeah. Well. Okay. Moving on.
Yep.
I really like that snake.
Ah.
Jay Condro.
Chondro with a
Highland.
Highland.
Okay. Conveniently, his last name is Condro. How about
That's so weird. How did he do that?
We got Jeff here with a Biak baby. That is a fresh baby because look at
Yeah,
that
it looks so
drop of water
small.
on the side.
Oh
there.
my
Like,
god.
wow. Okay. Let's see. And we got Lucas.
Lucas Lee with
Lee.
the Maru. Yep.
I didn't vote
Okay.
for myself on this one.
Okay.
But note, it's a eucalyptus.
Mm.
I need some eucalyptus. I miss you, Australia.
Come to Oakland.
Mark
You'd
Hager.
rather go to
Cal-
Australia. Yeah.
Mark. Oh,
Mark Hager with
yes.
a calico.
Texas
Yep.
Condro guy. Yes, 100%. That's a beautiful animal.
I love that.
Mark Hager again. Melanistic.
Melanistic. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Matt Somerville with a
Again.
Iron Range green tree python.
Yeah, too grainy.
Yeah. There's no ferns in this picture.
I don't like it.
Then we got Michael here with the Biak going through
Yep.
the color change. That's
Yep.
always a good time to see them.
You always just want them to stop. It's like, just right here. You're
Jaipur.
good.
Look at
Yep.
the blue. Wow, look at that eye. Wow, that's
Mhm.
very nice. Okay. Riso here. That's
Too
right
many
up my-
GTPs.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and you can't narrow it down. Next year you have to narrow it down to like
I
don't know,
can't.
five.
Because then I'm like taking out some really good hitters, and that's like that would suck.
Well, clearly we didn't get this right. You gave us too many choices. There's
Right,
no
I
way-
know. So
All right.
Clearly.
clearly. So
exactly.
Eric chose Jason Earl's Biak.
Come on. man.
Eric
Which-
loves a yellow condor.
I
Hey, Eric
love the
loves
yellow
the yellow
chondro.
chondro. Like you should have known.
Jason is the man, and that's a good shot.
Go. Yeah.
I
So
agree.
that is Eric's. Lucas chose Matt Somerville's wild one on the Iron Range.
Sorry.
It doesn't
I
even have
shoulda-
ferns in it.
Like,
I
yeah,
should
I
have
don't
only
know why.
voted for him once. One category only.
Okay.
Okay.
And Owen, what did you vote for?
I chose Rizzo's green tree python, the one at the end.
The one at the end.
Mhm.
Okay. This
That-
one.
Oh, okay.
That one, yes. So you got
So we
one,
got
2
we got-
or 3. So we got Jason Earl's Biak is 1. Number 2 is Matt Somerville's wild one. And number 3 is Rizzo's green tree python. So we got Jason Earl's Iron Range, Matt Somerville.
But Riley, they're not green.
Yeah, this doesn't make
And
any
there's a
sense.
variety of different sticks.
No. 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
We'll turn
So
it
we
over
got
to the chat.
1,
Is Jason Earl. 2 is Matt Somerville, and 3 is Rizzo with that. So we got
2, and 3. So far we got 2 3s, 1. But let it go. You know that is. You know what? I'm gonna push it to this shot as
Push
we
it to that one.
wait, so that everybody can look. Not trying to like.
I'm
push
trying to
the road
influence anything.
anyway. I mean, everybody loves the green snake, but what about the yellow snake, man?
No love for the yellow snake? What's going on here? Mm.
All right, when are we calling it?
I'm going to call it in probably about another second because I'm pretty sure we got an answer here.
Do we?
Yep, I'm good. If Riley weighs in, I'm good.
Riley officially ends the voting with his comments. They
Yeah.
all look the same.
He gave up on numbers. He ran out of numbers.
All right. Jason Earl takes it by 2.
Jason,
Congratulations.
Very nice, Jason. Very nice. Very.
You knew what you were doing with the yellow condor.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Very smart.
Oh.
Very smart. Morphs.
Morphs. Now it's the morph
the
category.
morphs.
Oh god.
The broken
genetically
snakes.
morphed.
I just see dollar signs when I go through this category.
God, I hate that.
All right,
All right.
Elizabeth Randall here with the Chimera. I mean,
Chimera.
come on, man, that is
Like,
a crazy
that's
looking
weird
snake.
looking. Yeah. So that's cool.
I love the eye.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we
You're right,
have-
Dave. The wild one was yellow, but I mean, you know, how many
Too much
can
Matt
win?
Somerville.
Matt can't have them all.
This
Nice.
is a diamond jungle.
Yes.
Ellie here. Yeah. Okay. Another one. Oh wow.
Diamond Jungle
That's a
Jag.
nice one. Yeah.
An extra
okay.
J.
Ellie.
DJJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, looking at that now, that's just a chain eye.
No, it's not. Diamonds are not. What are you talking
There's
Oh,
a
you're right.
D.
Not you. Close. Close.
about? I'm with you, Captain.
Adding
Chip.
it to my list.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Grade me.
Caramel Tiger Jag. This is right up your alley, Owen.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you know there's caramel in it when it's a tiger jack? Can you tell just from looking at it,
Mm.
or do you have to know the parents?
The color in the saddles.
Only
kinda
if you
give a
bought it
little bit-
from Nick. Will you?
I
know?
mean, I mean, or some other guy that we know that kind of does caramel.
Oh yeah.
stuff.
This
There's
is a
the
great
Owen
picture.
guy, too.
I just
Yeah.
don't understand the caramel.
I guess I don't know, Owen. You're more of that. You bred
Color in the saddles plus normal tiger jags normally are like bonish white. This has got a little bit more yellow to it.
Okay, cool. So it's the pigment.
Yep.
All right, neat.
You're welcome.
and
Thank
and
you.
the tiger jag, the back of that line that's on the back of the head stamp
Mm.
doesn't connect with the neck pattern.
Right.
Okay,
That's a tiger trait.
That's a tiger jag giveaway. Yep.
very good. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay. John.
Oceanic granite. Zebra.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a savu.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a cool shot too.
Yeah.
I think that might be in the complete carpet python book.
Mm.
Granite zebra. Another one from John.
Yep.
Christian Booker with an ocelot jag. And you can tell it's the ocelot.
Ocelot, 'cause
just
you
by
see the
that
ocelot.
side. Well, see that
Yep.
pattern on the inside? That's
I love
right
it.
by the
Like
neck
right there by the neck. Yeah.
Kyle.
Hypo head
Exanic.
exanic.
It almost matches the chips.
Yeah. Almost looks like the mulch it's on.
Yes. Okay. We got Michael here with the zebra mix. I think
That's nice.
that's
He
a
said it
good
was a
one.
German line zebra, but like zebra something. I don't know what else was in there.
I don't know
so-
what it is, but I voted
Diamond.
for it because it's nice.
Thank you.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
So, all right. So this one, you and I picked the same one. Eric and Lucas was the outlier again.
Damn.
Lucas chose the zebra mix at the end. Eric and I chose the chimera.
I mean, it's got a blue head.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts. And I would say too, excellent choice, Elizabeth, with the rock background. It
Yeah, oh my
really
God.
brings out like how stone, like earthy this weird monstrosity of a snake is, but I love it.
Yeah.
If you're ever gonna go weird, you do it in the morph section. So
That's
yeah,
right. Yeah. I'm with that.
nuts.
Yeah. That's just really freaky looking. So
Yeah,
I love it.
one of a
it's
kind.
like one rock rattlesnakes. So there you go.
Those like God, I wish I could do that. The
All right.
rattlesnakes.
So
So this is
stepping
the
way out of our comfort zone here.
for some of us, other ones were right in there.
As
Yeah.
the only Chinese person on the air. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh. So this is the special category that Terry chose because he was Morelia of the year last year.
Right.
So he chose as the special category is Asian colubrid.
No, he was Morelia
years-
of the year.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. So he chose Asian colubrids. He did also pack the court with his Asian colubrids. So there's also there.
I was very disappointed to see no entries from Dr. Loafman with his Asian colubrids. I was surprised.
Yeah.
He's going to listen to this and say, I
Slacker.
didn't even know it happened.
Yeah, exactly. I talked to
Why
Nick
didn't
this
you
morning.
remind me, students? Like, yeah,
I talked to Nick this morning and I asked if he entered in the contest. And he was like, "When is it?"
I don't know.
Apparently, we
we've been doing
don't
it for the last
advertise as
11
much as we
years
should. Like, I don't.
on the same time. So
No, well, in Nick's defense, we don't do it in the same time because we're always scrambling trying to get it out, and we're like, we'll have it by October Tinley. It's never fucking happened. So,
yeah, well, October Tinley isn't happening anymore for me. I'll be in Australia. So did we switch to THP? Yep.
Yep.
We made a
Yep.
switch. Yes,
Yep.
here we are.
all right.
The THP section of our show. Here we go. Asian colubrids. All right. We got Aspen
Yes.
here. That's a king rat.
That's a Chinese
and-
king rat. Yep.
You produced these this year?
Yes.
Do yours look like that?
Congratulations, my
Yeah,
man.
that's what my adults look like. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Wow,
that's
yeah.
pretty
I was
hot.
They have that-
imagining
they have the
something
color
ugly and
change.
dumb.
Well, they have the color change. The babies are like orangish, but then
Yeah.
I have one hypo baby that hatched that's actually like a cream color.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like waiting to see what that one's going to start shifting into, because you start seeing them get like some black fleckles, almost like Cebu, and then they just start changing, and it's nuts.
Wow.
Awesome. I love them.
That's
Pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
Pretty
Yeah.
neat.
Okay. All right. Aspen there with the king rat. That's a cool shot with the.
I like that one.
What is it about colubrids that like they just have their color into adulthood, not like pythons sort of dull a bit as they
Yeah.
age, but
Yeah.
like colubrids like hold on
Such
to
a
those.
vibrant palette too.
Vibrant.
Look
Yeah.
at the. I mean, what I voted for this. I'll just give it away. The thing that got me here was just look at each individual scale. There's in some of those scales, there's 3 different colors on one
Yeah.
scale.
I'm
Like,
looking at
it's
that now.
so
Holy
cool.
Yeah.
I might change my vote.
It's insane.
Wow. Oh wow. I don't know, Owen.
It's called a bronzeback is the common name for it.
Okay.
Is
Is it venomous? Rear fact? What
I
is
don't
it?
think so. I think it's just
No?
it's a puppy throat Asian colubrid. When they get mad, they
Ah.
just flare up. So I don't think so.
Jason
But
says we're done. Number 2. That's it. We're moving on.
no,
Freaking
okay.
gorgeous,
All right, well.
man. Yeah. Bronzeback, you're right, Owen.
Yep.
Thailand.
I should have Googled all these scientific names before
Yeah.
to try to get their
I got
comments.
you.
Thank you.
Carpets, colubrids, and coffee sometime in 2023.
I
Yeah.
mean, if only.
It's going to be, this is what it's going to be. Carpets and coffee, colubrids and cigars. And we're just going to
cocktails.
mingle the
Colubrids and
two.
cocktails were more fun. Yeah.
THP and MPR. There we go.
That's a brown kukri snake.
Kukri snake. Okay.
Yes. I
Dan
love those.
Fox there. All right.
Yeah, they can they're the ones who can they put out their teeth out the side, right? And they just kind of slash, hence the name kukri.
I don't know. I'm not the Asian colubrid expert.
I should know
here.
that, but yes.
Yes, you should.
Dr. Wyman does a lot with those, right?
I don't know.
I hear a lot of people say this name a lot of times, including my good friend Bobby Pebbles.
Mm.
Ganyasoma.
Are we allowed to call them Ganyasoma? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are the
Jared
rhinos
here.
Ganyasoma? Yeah.
So yeah, that's a cool shot.
So this is a
That
red-tailed
egg
green
has
rat
been
snake hatching.
sliced.
Yeah. But that's not a lot. You don't see that a lot. So that's really cool. That
I
they
gotta
got
say that these egg cutting skills are not the best. Maybe they should watch a prehistoric pets video and see what they can do.
sliced like
No,
a
they
pepper.
should see what I did to my blackhead egg.
This is how you do it, kids, and then you cry.
And
yeah.
call Owen.
What have I done? Oh God.
Nice.
Okay, you got Mark
Rhino.
Hager there with the rhino rat. That's a cool shot too. Holy shit!
There's
For
nothing like a
people-
rhino rat stew hickey.
Dude, it people are if you have
Yeah.
not if you're on the fence about getting into a rhino rat snake, like Jesus Christ, like they are so cool and so unassuming. Like they are the one snake that even the people who hate snakes that come over to my house will be interested in, just because they got a little doohickey on their nose.
It's a
Like-
nice stew hickey.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And then you go to the Baron Eye and they have a different kind of doohickey and they're dangerous.
And they're
Mm.
spicy.
Why is Don't go wrong doohickey.
Yes. Okay.
Good picture.
Another one, Terry.
Yeah.
Here with the adult rhino.
Mhm.
Okay. I wonder why Bobby Pebbles didn't put a picture in. More
Oh,
baby
wow.
rhinos.
Baby rhinos.
Yes.
Sky hide.
Do they come in python form? Is there a monitoring gecko? No, there is not.
No.
Maybe next year. It depends
next
on what
year.
Lucas picks.
Well, Lucas
Oh,
gets
yeah.
to decide. Yeah.
I gotta start thinking.
This is the cat-eyed snake.
Yeah.
Terry's cat-eyed snake, which
Well.
is cool looking.
That's pretty cool.
It's a goddamn tree bark.
And then this is
Another Boyega.
Sulawesi.
Irregularis.
Yeah, so that's a brown tree snake.
Ah.
I must say that the night tigers are way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that's it, right?
nope.
We got
One more. Ring
Is that-
cat eye.
Jerry Burwell, and you forgot to put
Jerry.
That is Terry Burwell. Yeah.
Oh, Terry. Okay.
There's Terry Burwell again. Yeah.
Okay.
Doing
That's
that.
a cool snake.
Ah.
And then I think there's
Jansen eye.
yep.
That's
a
pretty cool.
Jensen eye.
shot.
That's a wild
That's-
Jensen eye.
That's an unhappy Jansen
Yeah.
eye.
That is pissed. So
That's what Owen deals with when he's okay.
you have no idea, but yes.
You can keep it.
That's what my false water cobra are like. Open the door. Go ahead, do it. You won't. Yeah. I believe that's
Ooh.
another kukri snake, but
Is that a trinket snake?
I don't know. He didn't put anything. He just put that.
That's pretty cool.
Travis, you didn't
We don't
what it
know.
was. I'm not gonna know by looking.
Hmm.
I'm like, ooh, kind of like a copperhead. No, wait.
It's like a copperhead with king snake bands, but only
Yeah.
like half of them.
That kukri. See, my first assumption was correct.
Sorry.
Side chat.
Oh. Aha.
All right.
I didn't realize because I don't know when I was looking at it on my phone. So
this one, Lucas chose the bronze back,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
then you and I chose the cat-eyed Boyega.
yeah, but like I
But you're
said,
changing. You're leaving.
I'm leaving you, Owen.
You're leaving, and you're running towards the bronze
Look at
back.
that snake scales, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Brittany Williams, if you ever get a litter or a clutch, you call me.
No,
That's
100
pretty cool.
flowers. Yeah.
Those things are insane.
Okay.
All
So
right.
Also, I mean, we always gotta give a couple points for capturing the tongue flick. I mean,
Yeah.
take some patience.
Well, but colubrids do that slow tongue flick where they stick it out for a while. I mean,
That's
it's not.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. I just can't get over the scalation there.
Yeah, I didn't see that until it was on my computer, as big as it can be. So
Mm.
I'm with that.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Okay.
there you go.
So that's the
That's
calendar.
that. So now we have to choose Morelia of the year out of all the ones that we have chosen or picked.
Mm.
The winners,
Who picks that?
the three of us, usually.
So let's go back.
We'll review. Yeah.
Back
So,
in time.
so my while we're doing this, we'll discuss. I think my pick for Morelia of the year, and I'm just going to throw mine out there. And if you guys agree, we could probably just move from there. I'm going to go with Eric Hernandez's Juvenile Red MBB.
That's your pick?
That's my pick for Morelia of the year because of several reasons. One, it's a stunning animal. Two, it showcases what you can do with like years of work for trying to get to a certain animal or line breeding and stuff like that to get to that. It's a gorgeous shot, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's an adult. So that's my pick, is Eric's Red.
All right. Okay. Then we have the Matt Somerville Jungle.
Somerville Jungle.
And we have the
Solos IJ.
this one.
First one. Nope.
Right.
Yep, that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have
That one.
Darwin.
Yep, that Darwin.
By Jeff.
And we have the Brettle Eye on the eggs. There you
And
go.
the Eggs by Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have
The diamond.
Joanne's Diamond.
Joanne's diamond.
Whew. Okay. Then we have Lucas's
Inland. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Mm.
I don't think Lucas can,
I won't.
yeah, I don't think Lucas can pitch himself. And then we have the Wimpelly Python.
Ooh.
Did you?
Yep.
I'm sorry. Did you guys pick this OP, right? The
Yeah.
spiral or the
Yeah.
rock?
Spiral.
Yep,
Oh,
spiral.
really? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rough scales was Matt Somerville.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
And he got the cover of the carpet book. Come on.
Yeah. It's just
And
not
then-
fair. Yeah.
And we had
Python was Jason Earl.
Jason Earl. Okay.
And then
And Morse was that.
the Chimera. Yep.
Nice. And then
So my
Kendra
pick's locked.
went.
I'm going Eric Hernandez. So
What do you say, Lucas?
It's an audio medium. Talk it out.
Matt Somerville Jungle.
Okay.
Jungle. Okay, so I have to pick between Matt Somerville Jungle and
or
Hernandez.
Eric Hernandez
Red.
Coastal. You have to pick between the premiere of captive breeding or a wild animal. Oh
Personally, I would have picked the diamond pick, but now that
Oh.
these are the
can,
two,
and then we can let the chat.
God. Yeah, we
let the
can,
chat
and then we can let the
decide.
chat decide.
is that what we want to do?
I think it's what we want to do. So Eric Hernandez Jungle, Diamond, or Matt Somerville Jungle. So those are the three. So we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3.
In
One
this
is
case,
Eric.
you don't have to do numbers. You can just say Diamond,
Just say which one you
Coastal, or
want.
Jungle.
Diamond, Coastal, or Jungle. Just say it.
Yeah.
Diamond, Coastal, Jungle.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Go.
Go. Ba, 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 ba.
Diamond. 2 for diamond.
I pushed for that because I knew when I didn't pick the diamond, I blew it, and
Three
someone's
for
gonna burn
diamond.
my
3 for
house
diamond.
down.
Oh, no. That's still Rob. So it's 2.
Yeah.
Rob,
Somebody-
you can't vote twice.
Coastal. I think there was another one that said Somerville. That was Brandon Valentine, and BBQ and Fit said Eric. Captain
man.
Job said Eric.
Coastal,
Okay.
Jungle, Coastal.
Oh, and are you doing a
Diamond.
tally, or do you want me
I'm
to
trying to.
do it? Okay. All right, you got it then. That's all you, bud.
IJ, I don't know why we did that. That wasn't even an option.
Just
I
going
think
to
Diamond's going to
set-
win it.
Yeah. Again, Eric Hernandez, Red Tiger, Diamond with a beautiful vista in the background, or Matt Somerville Jungle.
I want to say this is like the second year in a row a Diamond won or something like that.
I mean, can you
That
have a bad
is
diamond?
correct.
You can't. All right.
Greg said next year everyone submits pictures with distant valleys and rivers in the
And
background.
I have one vote for Turtle. Thank you, Riley.
Turtle.
This is
You
like
have
a
to- you have
Saturday Night Live skit where the guy with
Cheeseburger? Yeah.
no,
We
no,
We didn't
Uh,
point it out earlier, but earlier he voted the number pi.
He did do that.
you know
All right.
where
3.14.
yeah, Will Ferrell does
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the
Turtle.
Oh, that was good.
Okay.
So what was it?
Yeah. Oh,
Diamond
did you
wins
get all
by
that?
2. Diamond
All
wins
right,
by
see,
2.
I
Oh,
I
wow.
almost blew it.
Diamond,
Joanne.
Diamond and Coastal were in on it.
Okay.
I didn't really count. I think I only counted one vote for Jungle. So it's like Lucas is like, yay.
They had enough Matt Somerville for the year. They're like, no more.
No more enough of Matt Somerville.
He's got the front and back of the book.
Forget
no.
this guy.
I got the back of the book.
Yeah.
Hey, snaps for you.
There we go.
So,
That's
yeah.
that's a close up of diamond.
That
Come
is a
on, man.
close-up.
There's no ugly diamonds. Come on.
There are no ugly diamonds.
And then the cover photo, of course, is
Janet babies. We can put a
Janet
little NPR
babies.
logo in there somewhere.
yeah, right down there.
Over there in the leaves. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Put a small individual one over each snake's face.
On each egg. Yeah.
Each egg has an NPR. There's an NPR, and then there's like carpets and coffee.
We're
and-
very
Yeah,
happy
yeah,
for-
various podcast logos all over the eggs, like it's a surfboard.
All right. Well, that was
Cool.
fun.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
we can.
Good
Yeah,
stuff, guys.
All right.
So
So for
let's
next
discuss
year,
things. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
What's that for next year? Yeah,
Category,
what are we
next
gonna
year.
do?
additional category for next year.
Yep.
So
Special
before
category.
I go for it, can you remind me what the last few years have been so I don't do a repeat? I know we had monitors. I know we had South Asian Asian colubrids, and I know we had, was it rattlesnakes recently?
Venomous, I think.
Just venomous broadly. What else? Do you guys remember?
We had wild reptiles one year.
All right.
I could go and pull all the old calendars out.
That's all right. I
think
just don't want to do something and then it's like that was 4 years ago, you know.
Right.
Well, I mean, you already know, right?
I have a sickening feeling that it's going to be Aspidites.
Aspidites.
So the special
Blackheads and womas, people.
Blackheads and womas. All right.
If we're okay with that.
I am
because
fine with it.
I didn't actually win anything. I'm just here.
So Aspidites. Okay.
Aspidites. And whoever, if you can submit a picture of a blackhead bred with a woma, then you automatically win.
Don't say that. Riley can.
Riley's gonna go do it right now. No. All right, cool. Aspidites
all right, cool.
works.
Aspidites, and I will not enter. Okay. I will not vote for myself.
You can enter.
Aspidites.
Yep.
I'm gonna write this down in my notes. So
I mean, I will.
I won't let you forget.
Timothy.
I will. They're feeding right now. I'll sell them to you right now. They only eat fish or fish scented pinkies.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right. So we all have the new complete carpet python.
Yes, it's over there.
The more complete
on my new bookshelf.
Have you guys read it at all? What's
I have
what's the
started.
Thoughts? What's the feel?
I have, and I found one typo.
Oh no! Hopefully it's not.
Did you send the picture to Nick? Did you let him know?
I thought about it, and then I was like, it'll just
You'll hurt
fuel his
me.
rage. So I didn't, and I didn't mark it down, but then I told him that I didn't, and he was like, no, you need to tell me. So now I need to find it again. I have to go back and find it.
I need to know where it is. Why?
Yeah, well, I mean, he has a good point. If they print more, you can fix it, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I haven't gotten super far yet. I'm through the diamond chapter, so... Yeah. Although Nick sent me the evolutionary history thing pre-release, so I've read that as well.
Okay. Yep. Isn't it under Pop one chapter twice? So I guess, what do you think that I guess the question that I asked you guys that maybe we could chat about is like, so how does the hobby sort of like take this info and sort of adapt it into what we're doing?
So I think certain things are going to be easier to deal with than others. So the fact that you're going to compile things like Variegata, like Darwin's and IJs and stuff like that, they've been kind of already intermixed a little bit. And then also they have been kind of left to their own devices. So you kind of have a nice little split line between a Darwin and an IJ.
Okay.
So we know that Darwin's and IJs have been mixed since back when those first het albinos came in that were mixed blood. So, but a lot of Darwin stuff has been kept kind of away from being mixed with IJs and stuff like that. But now those floodgates kind of open up. So I almost want to think that you take Darwin's and IJs and just call them Variegata, and it opens up things like, you know, like snows. Snows are now 100%, but or 100% pure. The issue I think we're going to have is going back onto the chain eye thing, where
I have issue with what you said already, though.
Silence.
Yeah.
But okay, I would say that the fact that there is a natural sea level rise and an entire body of water between the two, in my mind, makes it so that they should be kept separate.
But genetically, they're the same.
Yeah.
So what do you want to just call them localities? This is a Darwin locality variegata, and this is a Papuan locality variegata.
I guess that in that
'Cause you can do
particular
that.
case, just and maybe my I haven't thought about it much, but it'd be nice to be able to say that it's a New Guinea variegata or an Australian variegata.
You can, but then you also now Cape York's in variegata as well, right?
Yep.
Now what?
And then you can have Cape York variegata.
Yeah. So you can have. I think you should start.
I have
treating
all
that,
3.
You should treat it. You should treat it like locality when it comes to variegata.
And would you breed a New Guinea children's python to a
I can't
mainland
do it
Australia
anyway. I tried
children's
to.
python?
I can't. They don't do it.
Okay,
Doesn't
well,
work.
let's pretend.
Okay.
That's true. Gelatins are considered variegata as well now.
Would you?
Would I what? Breed a
Okay, I'll change it.
Okay.
Would you breed a New Guinea fuscus to a Queensland fuscus?
in a heartbeat?
You would.
Immediately. Yes. Totally.
All right. Well, I
Completely.
guess
I'm
different
lying.
strokes
I'm
for different
lying so
folks.
hard. I'm
Eric, what
lying
about you? Would
so
you,
hard.
in
I would
any
not.
other instance, would you, carpets aside, Antaresia, Liasis, would you breed a New Guinea animal to a mainland animal?
Probably not.
I no, I wouldn't.
I know you could to address the comments, but I'm talking about whether we should.
I think I haven't formulated this 100%, but I think my idea of wild snakes versus captive snakes, and this idea that somehow we're going to have these, like, I don't know anybody whose idea it is that they're going to like repopulate Australia or New Guinea with carpet pythons.
That is never going to happen.
Yeah. So like this idea that we hold on to, looking at it as the same, like I guess to a certain extent, I get it, because it's like the I guess to a certain extent, like maybe the collector in us all, and like the idea that you want something that resembles the wild, but then somehow the hobby, some sections of the hobby are sort of focused on this idea that we want the wild stuff, but then try to breed it to where it looks nothing like it does in the wild. I don't know. I'm just like, I think really like seeing carpets in the wild.
Riley.
What did he say?
They all taste the same going down.
He's not wrong.
I would just also point out too, though, like things can be genetically identical or very similar and still have completely different ecology and life history strategies based on where they come from. I mean, even within the same species, I think that those differences are worth preserving, even if you're working in the same taxonomic group,
So realistically, though, I don't think if you were already going to cross Darwin's and Papuans, you were already going to do it. The fact that stuff has changed now maybe gets that one person that wanted to keep them separate because they felt they had to off the fence. But still, I think
that's kind of fake, though, right?
Right.
Like,
so I
if
think
you want to, no. What I'm saying is, like, if you're waiting to get approval to do it, then why? Like, I don't know, just fucking do it if you're going to do it.
Right.
Why do you need like some people to come along and say, "Oh, this is now this, so now I can do it"? Like, woohoo! Now I can do it. I don't know. It just seems.
So I think if you were going to do it, you're just going to do it anyway. So I think some people are going to try to stick with Darwin's, and I think same thing with Papuans. But I still think they're going to start seeing. I mean, you already see all these crosses. It's not like everybody's been sitting here waiting and has not already done these things.
So yeah.
So there's already happened. It just like, I don't know. Do people feel differently about it now that everything's variegata?
I don't know. I don't know that's why I'm asking this question. I don't know what the feel is of like what
variegata is
what
in my
people,
wheelhouse. So I don't know. I have no strong feelings.
Personally, I think that, that keeping IJs, Papuans, whatever you want to call them, separate is something you should do anyway, because they like, Yeah, and I don't think I would ever breed my Cape Yorks to a Darwin either because they don't media up in the wild. But you
Mhm.
know, I guess with taxonomy, it's like you're looking at. It's like Justin always says, right? You're looking at the snapshot in time. It doesn't mean
Good,
that
Eric.
over, you know, you know what I mean? Like over time, like a
Mhm.
million years from now, Poplins may be something totally different because they haven't interbred with Darwins. It's just that we're getting this little tiny shot of what's going on.
Mhm.
And I think like think about it. The jungle carpet, you know, uh enthusiasts, let's say, that are focused like primarily on jungle carpets, they've sort of just said, okay, you know, we got a jungle carpet. This is what a jungle carpet looks like.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And like if they come from these lines and bloodlines and people, you know, even if there's animals in the lineage that are questionable, they still sort of just say, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Like,
Yeah.
but you know, the other side of me respects somebody like Nick who has done their due diligence to, you know, track it back. But I guess it's that old mindset. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why we. I guess I'm just struggling with the idea. Does it matter? You know, like, does
Mhm.
it matter? Like, does it matter just because I think it gives me credibility that I have this animal? Like, citrus
No.
tiger is a perfect example, right? To
Right.
me, you know how much shit I got about citrus tigers for
Tons.
years,
Yep.
and they're fucking gorgeous. I don't care what you say. Every time Riley posts a picture of the one he has up, everybody loses their mind. Every time I
Right.
post a picture of my one girl, they lose their mind. When they see that snake in person, they lose their mind. But what? Because it has an animal that's in its lineage that somebody doesn't know, then it's like, oh, well, they're just bullshit. You know, I remember Nick yelling at me for it, like, oh, they're just bullshit. And I'm
Mhm.
like, well, I like
I like them.
like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, you know, and
Well,
I
that's
don't
what-
need somebody's to tell me that they think it's bullshit or not bullshit. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And you can go
Mhm.
fucking pound sand. Like, if you don't like them, that's fine. But like, don't like poop.
Don't ruin it for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
and then I think it gets more frustrating for me as we go on. I don't mean to cut you guys off, but I just want to finish my thought before I forget I'm old. Um, that, you know, that at some point, like most carpet pythons fall into that category, except for one group.
Mm.
And it's the group that a lot of people don't want to work with. Like, to me, if I was like somebody that was all about, you know, making sure that they came from the wild and lineage and all this stuff, the biggest part of my collection would be IJs.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
How do
It
you
just
know
doesn't
it's
make any sense to me?
How do you know it's a pure IJEC? Because I got it imported and it was collected from this place. Yeah.
Right.
The weird thing is where I think I've kind of thought about this and where I've settled is with Chain Eye. Rather than sitting here and being like having people, because people are going to ask if it's pure coastal like all the time, and it was a pure jungle, and it's like rather than giving them a full lecture, it's I've almost broken it down to is that we have jungle Chain Eye, which is the jungle phenotype of Chain Eye, and then we have coastal Chain Eye. And that's kind of where I'm going to keep in my head is that everything's now their scientific has changed with the exception, I'm sorry, their Latin has changed with the exception of my Brisbane's, but I'm really just going to keep calling everything a coastal. It's just coastal Chain Eye now or jungle Chain Eye. The weird part is that now with the breakdown of it, there are so many things that have been mixed into. I know people are like, well, now a jungle jag is pure, and like not necessarily, because how many coastal morphs have been crossed with Brisbane's at one point, or with an animal that could have been
if you
crossed with a
remember,
Brisbane at one point. So
if you remember your carpet python history,
I do.
jags were created from Brisbane's.
Yes.
So a jungle jag would not be pure.
It's not. It's already
Oh,
gone. It's already gone.
Wait, I
Yeah.
did not put that together yet.
It's jungle jag is like
Jag is
like,
from True
it's-
McDowell eyes, what you're saying.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh no.
And then you got to think about it even further is
quit.
that and then Exanic was in Rockhampton, or was
No, they bred Rockhampton into
Rockhampton
it.
into it.
Yeah.
So that was already that like step 2 oops, like we've already messed it up there. So there's way too much going on with that. And also there are, like Nick said, every once in a while in the lineage, even for pure stuff or coastal stuff, there's a 12-foot animal out of nowhere, and you're like, all right, well, that's probably a Brisbane and stuff like that. But you can't, there's too many question marks whirling around. So having it to going any the jar's already broken, lamp's already shattered, we're done. So
heck.
so I'm just going jungle chain eye, coastal chain eye. So
Yeah, and like Riley says here.
Yep.
Yeah, even Nick said this when we talked to Nick and Justin on the show, just about how it's like you can't undo the
Can't do it.
You can't undo it. It is
we're way too far.
He can't unring that bell, brother.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only thing we can do is keep Brisbane away from everything but Brisbane.
But here's the
like,
question: at what point, right? You only
Yeah.
have like there's people. There's basically what, a few founder around, if any. I think Nick.
We
you
don't
lost a
talk
few.
of it. No.
What, the Brisbanes?
Yeah.
So the problem is that the founder animals of Brisbane's were siblings, and they bred with each other. And all we're doing is breeding siblings to siblings. There is no new blood with Brisbane.
Yeah, but they were. I remember when Nick
They're old as
imported them
dirt.
from Europe years ago. They were like an old, geriatric carpets that he came and he got I think he got one clutch from, and then he kind of saved some babies from there and then raised them up, and then
Paul did it. Paul had the pair, and he was just like, eh. And then Nick like begged him to breed them, and he did. But like the clutch was horrible. Like I want to say it was like out of like 20 something eggs, like 4 were good or something crazy. So, and then they raised up those babies. Plus he bred them again and also got shit odds. So they all come from those 2 animals.
Is it wrong for me to think that I look at this as sort of an opportunity to sort of like just be a little more relaxed with carpet?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't care. It's all fucked anyway.
Just
Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? I don't feel bad about taking my red zebra jag and throwing it with this jungle. Fuck it. Like it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I don't know. I that was always my struggle when I was doing morphs, only because of the I do subscribe to the idea that like, you want to make sure that in the forward like coming up in the next generations that you're sort of like not just jacking it up, for like the next generation of keepers and whatnot, but like for somebody that just like, I keep going back to jungle carpet, right? If somebody just wants a jungle carpet and they get a neon yellow and black snake, do you think that they're really going to care that it hasn't a
diamond,
a questionable animal in its lineage 7 generations back?
I do have a red zebra jag.
I would like to think that people would
Eric
care, but it seems like a lot of people care.
It would and we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I guess
you can do multiple, like you can get a pair of animals and you can breed them 1 year and then give the female the year off and then take the male and breed it to whatever. Like you can do both. You can have some pure things here and you can have other stuff there. That was my plan with the Brisbanes before everything went bluey. Was to take him and breed him to one of my other coastals to make more red stuff. But yeah.
So, I don't know. I think, how can, I don't know. I guess like the thing, so in Reptile Fight Club, you had Phil Wolf and Billy Hunt, and they were talking about, does lineage matter? And, I thought it was a good episode because I think sometimes, like, at least for me, lineage is not about proving purity. I guess that's part of it.
Right.
But for me, I just like the history of the hobby. Right. And when I look back at like, a bumblebee tuna or, Think about Gamma 20 years from now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like Highlighter, Madame Blueberry, and all these, Poster Child.
Mhm.
All these animals that, like, when we were getting into the hobby, I guess it's a bit of nostalgia for me,
Mhm.
and I like looking back and saying, oh man, I always wanted an animal from Yasser, or I always wanted an animal from Nick or Justin or wherever it would be. Or Bullwinkle's another one, and you always wanted an animal because I just remember when, I guess when we were coming into it, when me and you really, right? The
Yep.
internet was just starting to kick up, and how many times did you go to Anthony Caponetto's website or Justin's website, and you're just drooling
Look at the
his,
Jags and be like,
what I
oh,
mean?
one
Like,
day, if only. Yeah.
you're just drooling at, I don't know.
I will admit, it seems like lineage can be used for multiple things. It can be used just to show the family tree of the animals, or it can be used to prove lineage. Like, it's a tool. It can be used for multiple things.
It's good to track,
right?
You know what I mean?
It is.
So like how
also
you bred.
It's fun to track because, like,
Yes.
I'm getting to the point now where, not this year, next year, I'll be able to produce like the great grandkids of my original carpets.
Yeah,
because we're getting there, and
that's
it's like
pretty cool.
You're sitting there and you're like, that little fucking worm that I raised underneath the bed at my dorm room. Now its great grandkids are producing. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think this is another thing, right? What's up, Brandon? Richard is saying here that he has a snakes that goes back to 76.
Yeah.
When he was in high school.
Dude,
I was 2.
But you also got to understand, it's like some of the python, like some of the green tree python stuff does connect directly to zoological facilities. And that's how we get a lot of our, like, that 1.1 system stuff that's stolen straight from zoological facilities.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Lucas, as being the younger of the
you're the future. What do you think we've done for you?
Where do you think it
yeah.
What do you think?
How fucked are you, Lucas?
Can you one sentence the question for me? Sorry.
How Lucas feel? Question mark.
Like,
better because I peed.
Where do you feel about like, where does lineage fall for you? Like, what does that mean to you? What do you think when you think about lineage?
That it matters for some things and doesn't matter for others. I think it's project specific. I think that it only matters to a small subset of super nerdy people, and
check
the majority of the people that will purchase animals will probably get the email from you or whatever with the lineage and be like, wow, that's pretty neat, and then delete it and never think about it again.
Hide it on the computer and never touch it again. Yeah.
But I mean, for me, it's fascinating. And I even kind of just want to know who had things and when and where. Like, I told this story on Carpets and Coffee that Nick roasted me because I wanted pictures of his water pythons, and he was like, why? They all look the same. And it's like, because that's not the point. Like, in that case, I'm not trying to craft like a diagram where you can go back and see what certain snakes look like and how the pattern changed over years or whatever. I just like, I don't know. I'm just weird. I'm a nerd. The history. Yes, exactly.
That's what I like. Yeah.
So I guess all that to say, I think that if it matters to you, it matters. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But it never matters, in my opinion, for the animal.
Of course not. And something that everybody needs to.
Of course not. Thanks, Owen.
An animal. Shut up.
No, that's not what I meant. You know what I meant.
He sounds like Kamala Harris, where he's like, "We're going to move forward. Forward
right
this way.
Time, when time is passing, and it does pass. While the time is passing, and we must pay attention to
the time
this time as it passes." Sorry. Is that really what I sounded like? Shit. Sorry. Bad
little
answer.
No. I'm just messing with you.
I don't know. I would say that we need to come to the conclusion that none of this shit is going back to the wild. Like, purity matters only to you.
Maybe I can say it like this.
Other people. Like, if this was going to be something, no zoological facilities calling you and being like, you're the only guy who has several generations of pure. They're just going to go get them themselves out of the wild. Like,
So
yeah.
Maybe let me backtrack and unkamala myself. I think that it depends on the goal of the project.
Yeah.
Whether it matters. I mean, does that make sense to you guys?
It does. It does.
I don't know if I need to explain what I mean or if it's evident.
Well, no, if my project is pure diamonds, then yeah, I should be able to back up my claims. And purity is obviously going to be important to me, and I'm going to want to figure that out. But if my main goal is to make really, really smoking pretty albinos, it's already fucked anyway. Like, I mean, like, what are you going to do?
Right.
Just go into it.
And
and that's something where
if it's a pattern-based thing, like if it's a selective breeding situation, hell yeah, you want to see what you're working with from every generation along the line, but
yeah,
if you're not trying to like look for the potential for a phenotype to be somewhere in your genotype, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they look like 3 generations ago, but maybe you still care if it was a certain locality or a certain, line or something like that. It just depends what you're trying to do.
Right.
Would it be like when you're saying that, I think of like Eric Hernandez, right? You would want to see his progression of how he went from reds looking like X to reds looking like what he has now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I would want to see that because it's cool and I'm like a snake nerd, but
yeah,
after a certain point, it's like, how far back do you really need to go?
But I also think for like people coming into the hobby, right? That it gives them a little bit of inspiration to say, hey, I took a snake from this and made it to this. I mean, Nick's ivories are kind of the same way. He's bred it from this to this. Think of Mike Curtin's ocelots, of how he's bred them from that to that. I think it's just like a double-edged sword to me, as far, and maybe I'm agreeing with Lucas and just saying in a different way that, like, I do think that lineage is important for keeping track of things, right? So you kind of know, like, I don't know if you necessarily want, like, say, a Brettles python mixed into some of this mix, right? And like somebody could just feel like, oh, it's in the carpet book, so I can just breed it, or like a Ruffy or something like that, where it can just sort of get mixed in, and you're just like, oh, that's a really cool, carpet python. I mean, and we've seen it at Hamburg where it was a
Mac. It was a Mac
in a carpet, and it's like, oh wow, that's wild looking, and
but if the projects are important to you, you're not going to a random flipper on freaking Facebook or to a show and grabbing something and being like, here you go. Or you're not buying from some random guy who's like, I don't know, I bought a carpet from there and a carpet from there, or a python thing from there. You're going to somebody who has the thing that you want. And if you're, and if you're throwing shit together without care, you're not going to be a guy that puts in that much work to try to pass off your stuff as something else, or you're going to get called out on it real fast.
I think,
and
go ahead, Lucas.
I'm Owen. That's
I was just going to address Brandon Valentine's comment. How far are you going to be able to go down that bottleneck until the genetics start getting screwy? That depends on the species. I mean, clearly we've got some things that really are susceptible to inbreeding depression and can't handle even 1, 2, 3 generations without problems. Right. You got other shit like the Lazic line Brettles, or whatever, that were originally like 3 siblings. I mean, how many generations in are we there?
Or Ruffies,
20, like, Are we at F20 somewhere?
Mhm.
And they're fine. So we just, the answer is we don't know.
Mhm.
And I guess I understand the point of that, like keeping records can't hurt and it could only help aside from the amount of work it takes to do. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm not arguing in either side of the inbreeding thing. Like, it is a problem, but we don't know how much of a problem and for which species until they pop out screwy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't know until it's we won't know until it's broken until it is.
Right.
So,
And it will eventually.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you that.
So I would agree with Lisa here, but I think this is where I sort of came to sort of like how the Australians view carpet pythons.
Crappets.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they're just so variable.
True.
Like, so the idea of what you're holding, it doesn't look anything like what you're seeing in the wild. Like, for instance, the first carpet we found, to me, as soon as I saw it, oh my God, that looks like a Flinders Range because it's got like a tan to it with red. And I'm like, but this is a jungle. We're in jungle carpet python territory.
Yeah.
And then the next one we saw looks like a classic coastal carpet. The next one I saw looks like a jungle carpet. The next one I saw looks like a diamond jungle jaggles.
And you're all still in the same fucking area. Yeah.
Sib.
Yeah.
The one we saw on the first trip, right, looked like a citrus tiger. The second one we saw on the first trip looked like a pop one. The coastal carpet we found in Brisbane didn't look anything like what I thought a Brisbane carpet looked like, and didn't look nothing like what we have in captivity. So, like, I struggle with that idea, and I think, like, I'm sort of like in my head, like, okay, like, let's just say that it's sort of like I'm sort of understanding a little bit why the chondro people look at like a phenotype for this locality, right? A Nauru looks like this. A sarong looks like that. Like, people that are really into chondros can look at that and say whether it's from their tail. I think Harlan Wall can probably look at its tail and its head and say, oh, that's a whatever locality, blah blah blah, and just be like, because he's so versed in seeing those phenotypes that it's sort of like he's able to pick it out. And I think that's sort of like what we have in the hobby. Like, we have these, like, I guess you want to call them like northern coastals, if that's what we want to say they are, right? Because I guess to a certain extent they are coastal carpets that are in the thing. But like, they have that look. Then we have jungle carpets that have a look. Then we have diamond pythons that have a look. And shit, even diamonds and coastals bred together, when you see them in the wild, they have a look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, and then sometimes that gets fishy because, Scott, when we went to see Scott, he was saying, oh, you should post up this picture of this diamond python in the diamond python group and watch everybody say that it's not pure. But it's a locality diamond, and it's just like, yeah, that would be great to see everybody lose their mind. And say
I think you should do that, but I think if you did it, people would be suspicious. We should find somebody else to post it and be like, well, it's my diamond, and then watch everybody lose their mind.
So I'm not for, like, the hybrid part of it. Like, to me, I'm never going to cross a Brettles. To be honest with you, I'm never going to cross any of them of what we have, right? I'm not going to breed a jungle to a Darwin now because now somehow in the book it says they're variegata. To me, I'm looking at it more as now my approach is locality. But the thing I want to understand is, like, how are we going to portray this now to people that just got into carpets,
right?
The newer people that are coming into carpets, or the people that may have been in for, say, 2 to 5 years, to where now it's going to be so confused. Because I don't know, do you remember getting into carpets? How freaking confusing it was? Like,
yeah, and thank God there was a book that helped me out with that. And now, of course.
And a podcast that helped me out with that.
Now we're confused. It's like, so it's going to take some time, but I like I said, I think we're so far gone with years and years of U.S. breedings being just that jungles were this, coastals were this, Papuans were this. We're so far gone now, we're never going to get back there.
So Greg brings up a good point, right?
Mm.
Everybody talks about VPI line jungles, which is a load of hog shit, right?
Mhm.
Because they just bred whatever they had together.
Yeah.
Right. There was no like they had a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's a German, there's a this, there's a that, there's a that, bloom, 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 leave it together. Now it's VPI line.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like the idea that somehow I don't know that it's pure jungles that they got out of Australia is just
It's pure jungle because they went as far back as they could, and that like it's like we've said this before. How far back do you feel comfortable going before you hit a question mark? Because I guarantee you, no matter where you go, you're going to hit one, even if that question mark is they said they got it from here, but nobody can verify that. Like that's the final be all question mark. But there are several animals in like that can be suspicious. So
You know,
where
it
do
doesn't
you
have
feel
question
comfortable?
marks.
What, diamonds, blackheads?
Roughies.
That's true.
Helicopter.
that's true.
That is true.
That's true.
And that's I kind of feel that where it's like I have those animals where I don't need to worry about lineage. Am I breeding a rough scale to a rough scale? Yes. What are the babies going to be? Roughies. You know, I'm so happy every time I breed my olive pythons. Do you want a boy or a girl? Can I see them? They all look the same. Like I don't boy or girl. And that's just I kind of enjoy that part of it where I've not gone that bridge too far where I'm breeding a white lip to a ring python. Although
yeah,
You
to me,
wish.
I do have a female ring and no male.
Yeah, see you, Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Bye, Riley.
I think as this is discussed more and more, I'm sure that my thoughts will evolve and maybe become more refined in what I'm trying to say in my head. But I think like just again, like I didn't understand like I didn't understand the perspective of somebody that lives in Australia and how they view carpet pythons as opposed to our view of carpet pythons because we have this.
Right.
And we associate this with this look. And I think once you start to see, I'm sure maybe it'll change when I see more. I don't know, you know, but I'm going to continue to go and look and try to find them and try to sort of, you know, and to be honest with you, that this I guess maybe this is another part of me where I've separated wild versus captive, right? Where it's like wild, I just go see in the wild,
right?
You know what I mean? And if I want to recreate, you know, if I get to ever go see a diamond python in the wild, I'm sure I'm going to come back and want to recreate that habitat. And even if my diamond is not pure, like, you know, maybe there's an animal that's in it that's questionable. And shit, I don't know if you want me to bring it up with diamonds, Lucas, but remember the shit that you went through with diamonds? And you're like, these are freaking beautiful snakes. But we're like, nah, they're not. You know what I mean?
They come from the proper lines. It's like,
well,
what proper lines?
I would say thank you to Eric for telling me to ignore all that noise and get the pretty snakes because I got the confirmations I needed to know what they are. And if I had passed on them, I'd be a really sad boy.
No, even then, we've talked about diamonds a couple times. It's like we like you read Stolen World, you know who one of the main illegal exporters of diamond pythons who was selling to these zoos was, and they all come from the same dude. Like,
yeah, people will argue that, but yeah. And I guess there's no way to prove it one way or the other, but I don't know. I tend to side with human beings being human beings. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I kind of agree. Yeah. I think if you want to go pure and you want to make sure that what you're working with is stock and you want to have genetic diversity and you want to make sure that the bottleneck doesn't happen and all that kind of stuff, you got one clear pick. And that's it. I mean, it's Popwins. That's what it is. And you look at like
unless Australia opens tomorrow,
and it's not going to happen.
And it's never going to happen. Like that's.
I mean, I would love it to happen, but I just don't think that. You know, I don't. Well, Oh, and we sort of talked about it with corn snakes and rat
Yeah.
snakes. They've sort of just embraced that,
Well,
like that shit is just a fucking.
they, they've given up, because back when I was starting, they had these morphs of corn snake that they were like, whoa, 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 those have been crossed with yellow rat snake, and these morphs have been crossed with black rat snake. And I'm like, okay. And then Joe Phelan told me once that if the eggs are elongated, that means that there's rat snake blood, because corn snake eggs are perfectly round. I have never seen a fucking perfectly round corn snake egg in my entire career.
That was just
of
some dude pranking
corn snake
everyone, and he's
breeding.
in his like grave going
Yeah.
round.
So, but now if you talk about it, those original corn snake morphs that were told to be like to have yellow rat or black rat have now been are like the bottom level of several other morphs that have things topped on top of it. So like I have one corn snake that produced little round eggs this year, and I'm like, okay, does that mean we've just piled on so much corn snake blood after that rat snake fact that now we're starting to get back into corn snakes and all this other stuff? So I've never seen a round corn snake egg. Okay, there you go.
I'm not sure
what bullshit, but either way, it's been to the point now where those crossed animals are so far down on lineage and stuff like that that people either don't see it or they don't care.
I'm not sure what she means by that. American locality Darwins aren't
I think it's
pure.
because you said you can only be sure that Papuans are pure, and she's saying Darwins aren't pure.
Darwin's.
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
So and I guess to a certain extent, you got to look at it as Papuans too. At some point, right? And we say this all the time, and a million people have said this, but at some point, there comes a point where you're going to have to accept what the person is telling you.
Okay.
I accept, like the Darwins, particularly the ones that I work with, the ones that Nick works with, they came from Terry Phillip. He had two different bloodlines. They were wild as hell because, man, they are feisty as a mother, man.
Yep.
You can tell a lot. Even the Papuans that I got that were wild, holy shit, man. They're just feisty as they're just a wild snake. You can just feel that, these are close to the wild. Darwins, yeah, they got crossed when the albino came out. Nobody gave a shit about the normal Darwins. I think it was me and Justin Julander were probably the only two that were like, fuck the albino.
Crosses beat pure Darwins. Yeah, there were no pure Darwins before crosses showed up in the country. They came here first as crosses, and that happens when you have something that's tied into a morph like that. Yeah. So Darwin has been crossed all over the place because albino is everywhere. And that's where it originated. So yeah, there are Darwin crosses everywhere, but I would say Terry Phillips Darwin line.
Jeremy,
the Darwin line from Terry. Was that Terry's as well? The striped?
The striped. Yeah, pretty much all the stuff except the albino stuff.
It's probably pure. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the lineages are knowable. Jeremy, and a lot of that really has to go to people like Nick, right? I mean, he's done his homework and he's traced these lineages back for years and years and years. He's called and talked to the people and got the stories and all this stuff. But even he'll tell you sometimes you can't go any further because the people are dead. You can't get the story. Like Lloyd Lemke is a perfect example. At some point, he had to accept that Lloyd Lemke had coastal carpets, right?
Right.
What were you going to say, Lucas?
Or you can know, but you're not allowed to tell.
Oh, well, that too.
Because people are like, ooh, they're still going to be mad at me, even though there's statute of limitations or whatever.
Right.
Right.
And that's another thing. Like it's almost like sometimes that lineage thing used to bother me because it's like information that I'm holding back, and I can't share this. Like, we have Australian pythons in the US, but we can't share this information. Sorry. So it almost becomes like an elite club. So I can understand how new people coming into the hobby are like, well, these people are just assholes. You know what I mean? Because it comes across. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's some folks that I've worked with at the vivarium, I won't name names, but that have been in this world, for decades, like 40 years, and they have this idea that it's like, if you want to be trusted and know things, then you can't blab, like
Right.
it's like you should trust the people most that you've never heard of is kind of the vibe.
Right.
Because like, ooh, I don't know. It's
Right.
a weird thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a really weird thing.
And I get it to a certain extent, right? You don't, if somebody told you something in confidence, you don't want to go and, share that with other people and stuff like that. But like, if you're selling an animal as a pure animal and you bought that animal and then somehow you're not privileged to know the story, I don't know. There's a little bit of bullshit to that.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of ego to that. There's a little bit of like, you're not in my inner circle, so go fuck yourself. And it's just like, I don't know. That's again where people come into it, and people suck a lot of times.
Yeah.
If I'm going to buy a pure animal and you're not going to back up your story and bring me into your inner circle, fuck you. I'm not buying a pure animal. Like, I'm not like, if it's important to me and I ask and you're unwilling to tell me, okay, bye. Like, I don't care.
And I think this is true, right? Jeremy says, and this is sort of what I was saying earlier. At some level, at some point, in some way, going back, you're going to have to trust what somebody is saying. And if you want to trust them, then yeah, go for it. And that's you're sort of saying, I like this person. Like if Lucas tells me, oh, Eric, I have these diamond pythons and they're pure and blah, 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 blah. Well, I like Lucas. If Owen tells me the same thing, well, I like Owen.
Well, I don't like Owen. It's the lie.
I don't like Owen.
I'm going to be like,
a shady
okay.
character and he's lied all these years. Yeah.
And years from now, when somebody would say to me, like, I have these diamond pythons. Oh, who'd you get them from? Oh, I got them from this Lucas kid, and blah blah blah. He bred them, and he got this, and da 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 da. And like, are they pure? Well, yeah, I think they're pure. And like some people are gonna be like, oh, that guy's an asshole, so I'm not gonna, do it or whatever. But I don't know. I think Chuck really kind of opened my eyes to just like taking a step back and like not being so serious. Yeah, man. Because he said, and it's so true. It's my citrus tigers is probably the perfect example. Like there's that questionable animal in there that was a coast. Actually, the guy bought it as a jungle carpet, but when he went to MP on the forum, they told him it wasn't a jungle.
Yeah.
It was a coastal carpet. And if you would see the snake, you're going to be like, well, that's a jungle.
That's jungle, right?
You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't care. It's a beautiful snake. I know the lineage, but there's an animal in there that's no good.
That's what eventually gets down to it. Yeah. Are you like, take a step back? And I think I've done that because I was sitting down there today where it's like, I was cleaning out my caramel jag head exanic. And I'm like, I didn't purchase this animal. I got her from Eric. Like, and I haven't really done that. I need to sit down and buy that high level morph carpet project. Otherwise, how will I stay relevant? And I'm like, well, that's because I kind of quit doing that. And I've kind of just been like having fun and producing these babies. And Eric's like, hey, do you want to work with this? Sure, why not? Cool, I'll do that. It's been like my main purchases have been like non-carpet morph, no morph at all. I don't think I have not gotten a morph in a really long time, just because now I can play with that kind of stuff. So it's when you take a step back and you don't really try not to rack your head about all this craziness, is when you can get back into loving the collection and enjoying yourself. I feel like a lot of people burn out because they buy a shit ton of really high value animals or high value morphs and then just get bombarded from all sides over lineage this and purity this and why are you doing that? Why would you ever do this?
Babies up and you're ready to sell them. The morph went from $2,000 to $300.
Right, exactly. And
that's why I stopped playing that game, man.
Right. And then also or the animal you paid that much money for dies because shit happens.
See, I always liked, so like my whole idea with carpet pythons was like, I like them all. Right. So I like the morphs. I like the pure stuff. I like the line stuff. I like the locality stuff. I like the idea that I can work with pop ones that are wild. I loved it all. And like I could see all sides of it. Like I guess you could call me a fence rider or whatever. And just over time, it's just like, this is too much. I'm gonna burn myself out. I gotta cut this down. Oh, hero and whatever. And I think right now, like I appreciate what I have, and I want the best example of what I can get. I'm not gonna I'm not saying like you should just go buy some shitty carpet or something, but I guess what I'm saying is just because somebody has a shitty carpet and they love it, like fuck man, that's another person that's into the same shit that we're into.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like dude, all our collections when we first started were full of like mutt things that we picked up, and I went through this purge when I started getting really serious into it, where I got rid of a lot of animals that I'm like, damn, I like that thing. Like because
I think it's Sophie, Owen. Do you know where she came from?
Baby.
You know where she came from?
I have no fucking idea. Oh, she came from a bin. She came from a bin at a Havre de Grace reptile show.
Well, tell me you wouldn't kill for that snake.
Oh God, I would love to have her back again.
You're holding her like this, you know what I mean?
I'm crossing my arms. Yes. Yeah, I'd do this, and she'd have her head on one hand, and her tail would be hanging off the other hand, and it would just be.
That's all you talked about at the beginning of MPR.
Oh my God,
all you talked about.
Because she was the biggest coastal I'd ever seen.
And you were like a pure person to begin with. Like, oh, coastal carpets, that's just
But that's the thing is, like, looking back, she was a huge coastal. I'm sorry, she was a huge carpet. So I'm like, clearly she's coastal. That's bullshit. All of it is bullshit. I have no idea what the fuck was going on with her.
Yeah.
And I have dumbass and predator to a lemke.
I have diamond coastals that came from Bumblebee Tuna. And the reason that, first of all, I love the look of them, right? They're like brown diamond pythons. Like, they're just fucking cool looking. And like, people are, oh, that's not what they look like in the wild. Well, they kind of look like that in the wild. So that's my little piece of like a diamond coastal intergrade. I know that's not what it is, but like, and I'm not trying to sell it off as what it is, but it's a cool looking snake. Whereas other people would be like, oh, remember where we'd be like, oh, the sibs are shit.
Oh God, why?
I don't know. Let's see a picture.
What?
It says, let's see a picture. All right. I guess we've had enough of this.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I don't know. I just thought it was worth a conversation to see our sides of it and whatnot. And I'm sure this will evolve, but
it's gonna be weird.
I think Nick and Justin did an amazing, and Warren did an amazing job at trying to answer some of the questions that we've asked for a long time in the more complete Carpet Python book. And I know that talking to Justin when we were in Texas, and
he brought up the waterways.
Cash, who's Cash? Oh, what's up, Cash?
Hi, Cash.
Hi, Cash. I'm like,
maybe
Cash,
wait, is that his kid?
Cash? Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, I would love to meet you too. No.
I don't know when the hell we're ever going to be out somewhere, but yeah.
So anyway, carpet pythons, they're awesome. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
And Poplins are still the best. And I like his hat. Next time it's going to be Luke Skywalker, though.
Yeah. One day, someone will Photoshop it that it's your Luke Skywalker and I'm Yoda on your back. Yeah.
Oh dear, you've opened up.
I've opened the
internet.
gates. Yeah. So
nobody noticed my little "Where's Waldo" in the back.
Oh, you dick!
Oh, that's good.
I hate you, Lucas.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I hate you.
No, you don't.
No, I hate you.
We're gonna have a big sloppy hug when we meet.
You gave me these demons.
What, the Max?
Oh my God, dude.
Are they mean?
Oh, they're horrible.
Oh, dear.
But I love it.
Oh dear.
All right. I guess we'll cut it there. Congrats to everybody.
Yeah,
good
congrats to the winners. Everybody get their pictures ready for next year. And remember, next year's special is going to be Blackheads and Womas.
Woo!
Yeah.
Can I at least help vote on that one?
You can. Okay.
Yes.
So for us, I guess it's all the shows on the network. Tune in for those. And make sure you go grab a bag of Carpets and Coffee blend coffee. Dark roast. Yep, it's gonna be it. I can't wait to try it. It's gonna be good. It's the official drink of Morelia Python Radio, Carpets and Coffee. So
Coupon code MPR.
Yep, coupon code MPR to get was it 10%?
Yes,
10% off.
Yep.
Nice.
MPR.
Jump over to the Teespring store. We got all the merch over there with that. And then Lucas, you got anything you want to throw out here?
Patreon. Did you say Patreon?
Yeah, join the Patreon. We got to get a stream together. I know Lucas is working or should be working on some of the video stuff that Eric took in Australia.
Well, about
Well,
that, Eric.
Yeah, I need to get a Google
You have
thing.
to
However, I did
get
take
it
a
to him.
shot. I almost have the lace monitor video done.
Oh,
Sweet.
I
Yes,
wanted to.
Okay.
as soon as you get those to me, I'll get cooking, as they
Yep.
say.
So join the Patreon so you can see all the videos from Australia and also the Patreon stream, which we should probably do one of those at some point soon.
Yeah, we
so-
have to. Now that everything is back to normal, maybe.
That yeah, we have to do it because we're
have to
heading
do the
into
thing
winter,
too.
and
Yeah.
usually Eric dies at least for 1 week in winter, and then
It's not safe.
not safe. It's a ticking
Not-
clock here, buddies.
Yes.
Hold
what's
on to
weird-
those lungs.
What's weird
Yeah.
is I was thinking about it. I'm like, we have like what, maybe 5 or 6 more shows before the holiday show, or not even.
Yes.
Probably, a couple.
Dear God. All right,
So,
we should plan a meeting. We have to talk about some stuff.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I know. So.
What a shit show we got.
I know,
going on
I
here.
know. So, yep, go join that. Check all that stuff out. I think that's it. Eric, do you have anything else?
I
left,
just
or-
wanted to say we're gonna have so this show will be out Tuesday of next week, but following that we're gonna have Jake Freeman on, and we're gonna be talking carpets again. He's got some cool projects. He's sort of
Nice.
got like some real cool stuff. So we're gonna get on that, and maybe we'll get his input and what he thinks, about the things. And I think it's just going to be discussions and people's perspectives and putting it out there, and then the community will sort of like come together and what they think is what, and but I think at the end of the day, again, Justin and Nick just did an amazing job on that book, and the amount of work that they put into it, years. I think just the idea of knowing what it is freaking awesome, and some of
Yeah.
those questions that we've had for years that is great. Gotta find the episode where the Podfather first appeared.
The Podfather thing started on a different, wasn't that Schmitty that started that crap?
THP, yeah, he
Yeah.
called me that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's it.
Guys,
all right.
thanks for letting
All right.
me participate.
We'll catch
Anytime.
we'll catch everybody back here next week for some more Morelia Python Radio. Good night.